a month. Florida prepaid open enrollment is now. Enroll today.
Hey everyone, it's Joe Montana. Spreading the word about pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can be life-threatening. If you're 65 or older like me, you're at increased risk. So, what's the game plan? A strong defense. Pneumococcal pneumonia can strike at any time in any season, so you shouldn't wait to help protect yourself. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about vaccination today and learn more at knowpneumonia.com. That's KNOW pneumonia.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Looking to hire the right employee? Find them at the Florida Jobs Now job fair, FLJobsNow.com for more info.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND, G-R-A-N-D, GRAND. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Wednesday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day. And we do have a big program for you set up today. We'll get you caught up on what's happening in the world. Deb will do that around 3:20 with Woke News. 4 o'clock, it's Animal House. An old friend, Cora Burcham, drops by from the Save the Manatee Club. 5 o'clock hour, we'll get into it with Scott Maxwell from the Orlando Sentinel. A scathing report about Linda Stewart here in Central Florida that is amazing. Trivia today is loaded again. Nate Bargatze tickets, Arnold Palmer tickets, STEMFest tickets, and we'll end it all up with Ross Thoughts. And I've been told today we will again stand in front of the council.
Oh, no. The
council today for Ross Thoughts. Of course, we'll end it up with Last Call. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long, plus 4 opportunities for you to win $1,000. Thanks so much for listening. We appreciate that. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
Comedy alien Ross Padgett.
The show has a new music smell.
It does. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Find us easily on social, Instagram and Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show. On Twitter, it's just at Jim Colbert Show. And, of course, all day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. Grand, by the way, is your 3 o'clock keyword, G-R-A-N-D. Go to realradio.fm and send that on for your chance at $1,000. Grand, guys, is your 3 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win that dough. What a great Valentine's Day gift that would be.
Oh, hell yeah.
$1,000 for you to keep from your loved one. How's it going,
Who you
guys?
on the phone with? No one.
Nobody.
No one. A different woman.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
All you guys, we each are lucky enough to have someone that we love in our lives.
That's so weird to hear you say, though. That's like hearing the Grim Reaper go, "It's a boy." It just doesn't make sense.
I'll get him eventually, but for now.
Yeah, I got good news.
He's going to be around for a minute.
Yeah, it's weird to hear you. It's the same reason why I'm like, man, it's just so odd that you have that amount of guns and love a good water park.
Yeah, I do love a good water park. Let me ask you, does this Valentine's Day, I mean, we are in committed relationships and have been for a while. Jack's been with Naomi for 25 years. Chris and Deborah have been together for like 10 years almost.
10 years in January, yeah.
My wife and I have been together almost 20, been married 18. So tell me, did this Valentine's Day mean any more to you? I mean, this is your second Valentine's Day married, right?
Yes.
Yes, second Valentine's Day married, but then, of course, we heard the announcement last Friday that you and your beautiful wife are expecting. Does this today have any more significant meaning than it would before this announcement?
I mean, outside of a $70 difference, not really. You know, I think that's how much I spent on Valentine's Day. We haven't even talked about Valentine's Day. Honestly, I think I got her right where I want her.
Okay.
Oh.
She thinks I forgot, or she thinks that I don't care.
And hold on. And so that means you have her where you want her because she
yeah.
thinks you don't care.
Yeah.
Okay.
The bar,
I'll listen.
The bar is so low.
Oh, okay. And that's a plus.
That's a plus.
That you set the bar romantically so low that you have to give the very minimum effort to get across.
I didn't set that bar. Conversations up to this point, context. We haven't texted about it. We haven't talked about, hey, do you want to do anything for Valentine's Day? Hey, what do you want for Valentine's Day?
You guys have a much bigger fish in the fryer.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, much bigger fish in the fryer than a Valentine's Day card or flower.
And really, Cinco de Mayo is your Valentine's Day.
That is our Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it really is, right.
That's the anniversary of your date.
Yeah, that was our first date. Thank you, Jack. I'm going to save that for when I do forget. This isn't our Valentine's Day.
Just bring home a romantic quesadilla.
That's premeditated, no care.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's the date that's in the near future.
Very nice.
A heart-shaped quesadilla will do.
Yeah.
Stamp it out. No cheese, though. So, Jack, anything for Valentine's Day for you, or is this evening for you? Would you guys celebrate?
This evening, yes. We're going out to dinner.
Now, do you exchange cards during the day and then have your dinner at night for the other?
My wife had a card for me this morning. I kept her at bay with chocolate.
You kept her at bay.
Yeah, I kept her satisfied.
Like you were throwing the wolves meat.
I'm like, here, take this.
Keep him out of
We'll go
camp.
out to eat later.
Like you had a whip and a stool.
Yeah.
Get back.
This is this might be, I don't know if I should say this. Might be the first year I did not buy a card. I mean, I don't know if I made them in the past, but I was just looking at cards. I'm like, someone else wrote that. That's garbage. I'm out of here.
That's the whole idea of buying a card, is to find one that mimics or gets close to what you feel. Don't you get it? That's why you shop for a card.
I think I was
That's the whole idea, Jack.
No,
How are you married?
All right.
I don't know.
I'll throw another flag in the field. I think you guys are both wrong.
It does.
Whoa.
Buddy.
Well,
Ease up.
Says
Slow
the
down,
man
rookie.
who has no plans.
Slow down, rookie.
I'll put you in the wrong
All right.
column.
All right, put me in the wrong column.
Because what are you talking about? I was like,
Let me hop out of the wrong column first so you can throw me right back in.
Yeah. So like, what do you mean you buy a card that's like solely off of the message within? You just go to the column that says Valentine's Day, and then the money is what you write in it.
No. I get that. But listen, if you're going to spend the time going to the store to get the card, dude, you got to at least take a couple minutes to peruse the message to make sure it's parallel to how you feel and think. It doesn't have to be spot on, but my God, man. Effort?
As long as it's a Valentine's Day
For a gay
themed
couple.
card and it has a good front.
A good front.
Yeah.
A bunch of hearts and
You
whatnot.
open up, it's a rainbow heart.
Yeah, there you
Sharing
go.
our same-sex relationship with you is the best.
Yeah.
It's all about what you write.
You might want to read it.
Do you remember what kind of card I gave you once?
Yeah, you did. It was very uncomfortable. I think I still have it.
Do you remember it?
I can't remember exactly what you wrote,
so
buddy.
you don't even remember how it was uncomfortable.
I don't, but
Are
I
you
do.
sure you want to say it was uncomfortable?
It was uncomfortable. I remember
how
that.
uncomfortable?
Well, it was
Little
uncomfortable.
Dicky uncomfortable.
You tried to make it uncomfortable, so it's you professionally trying to be uncomfortable to me.
So you were really uncomfortable.
Not horribly, but
You whatever you saw on that card, you were like,
oh,
I
come
don't
on.
like
Obviously,
this.
you remember it, and I don't. But what?
Yeah, because I got you a card that was all in Spanish.
That's
so
right.
of course I made you uncomfortable. Now
I
even
knew
my
it was
cards
coming, Deb. I could feel the setup, Deb.
Now even
I
my
can feel
cards
it.
are in Spanish.
I could feel this setup.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you what. You can give me 50 Spanish cards, just no more Little Dicky.
I just love giving you Spanish cards.
Hush.
I even Google Translate all my handwriting
You
into
don't either.
Spanish. Yeah,
Just the words you want. That was the funny part about it, I believe. You and Chris celebrate this morning at all? Any exchanges or dinner tonight? Anything like that?
Well, I'm not sure about dinner tonight because he has a very big event that's coming up this weekend. And so he is busy working left and right. So he kind of gets a pass. So maybe we'll do dinner. I have a card and some sweet treats waiting for him at home. And I did take the time. Well, that comes out.
No, yeah, okay, gotcha.
But yes, I did take a few minutes to peruse what was left.
Oh, yeah.
Of the Valentine's Day card
you shop like dudes, by the way. You shop like a dude. You are basically like getting a gift from a dude. I bet you and 40 other concrete workers were standing in front of the Walgreens Valentine section trying to figure out how to make a Happy Valentine's Day father-in-law work.
You don't know how many times I've stood there with the dudes going, this isn't right, Deborah.
This sucks.
You're not supposed to be the one here. You're not supposed to be witnessing this.
And they all think like, oh, man.
But I did get a card that the message was spot on.
Really?
I love hearing your footsteps as they get close to the door because I know that the best part of my day is just getting started.
Look at this guy.
Wow. Yeah, and guess what?
Look at this guy.
Not what the card originally said. He wrote that.
No, is that what the card said?
No, that's what the card said.
Then can we dump that? Can we just delete what I just said then?
See,
that's what the card said.
That's what you have to shop for, dude. That's the whole thing.
By the way, this is breaking news, like literally breaking news, but shots have just been fired at the Kansas City Super Bowl parade. Right now, we don't know if there are any injuries or any fatalities. This is literally just happening as we're speaking, but we will continue to keep an eye on this story. So again, if you just missed it, shots have been fired at the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl parade. We're going to continue to update you on that story as we continue to get details.
CNN is covering it right now. It looks like officers have someone on the ground. You can't see because there are guard gates or barricades that.
Do we have eyes on Kelsey? He's got a very hot temper.
Yeah.
Well, we do know that the city.
Somebody get Andy Reid.
The city asked Taylor Swift to not go to today's parade because they said it would have added another level of security that they didn't think they could handle. They already had 600 police officers working the parade, including several that are in plain clothes.
Yeah. Hey, you can only shut our city down when you're getting paid for it. And then when we get paid for it. Yeah, well, so we'll keep you abreast of what's happening with that. Yeah, that's just breaking right now. Don't know any other information other than there was a shooting and that's it.
That's it. So what are you doing for Valentine's Day? Yeah, you've been giving everyone else a bunch of hard time.
I'm not giving anybody a hard time. I mean, I got a nice card. I gave her card this morning. That's what we like to do. When you wake up in the morning, I give her your card. I can't tell you anything else.
Oh, that's right. Oh, all right.
She's not listening.
Okay, you're right. She has stuff coming to her today. And then tonight, she's got something else coming to her. How you doing?
That's 90 seconds of her week.
Are you wearing edible stuff?
Yeah, I have it on now. Oh yeah. I'm
it's like a fruit roll-up.
I'm pre-fumigating.
Looking
this
back,
gift of mine.
I'm surprised that got off the ground. The whole edible. I've never done that. I have no interest in doing that.
Yeah. No, me
That's
either.
nasty.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah. I had fun one time a long time ago with whipped cream. I was like, all right, I'm extra sticky now.
Yeah.
This is really cool.
And then you realize that's dairy-based, and 15 minutes after that, it is a weird smell.
Yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031.
Thanks, like 9.5 weeks.
Yeah, dude, I'm just ripping whippets halfway through during the intermission. You can ready whip. Yeah, let's get it.
Next thing you know, you smell like ricotta.
Wow.
Oh, that's romantic.
Keep going, girl. Keep going.
What's coming up for news?
Well, the House Intel chair issues a pretty cryptic statement on a, quote, serious national security threat, end quote. The U.S. Supreme Court is asked to weigh in on the state sports gambling compact, and just in time for Valentine's Day, Billboard has ranked the songs with the word love in the title.
Really?
We'll give you the top 5 and more coming up next during Woke News.
Absolutely. Plus, we have our own little thing as well. Nature has its own little way of showing you what Valentine's Day means to it. We have that today. A couple things are cooling off today, which is kind of interesting. And there's a thing that's happening with an animal that I think you are going to find absolutely fascinating. We have that coming up a little bit later as well. Back with Deb's News and more of the Jim Colbert Show. Remember, your 3 o'clock keyword is GRAND, GRAND. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in 1 sec.
Make your smart speaker smarter. Hey, Google, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Looking at your normal slowdowns on I-4 this afternoon, both east and westbound as you travel through downtown and by the major attractions exits. There is a crash blocking at least 2 lanes eastbound on the interstate at Maitland Boulevard, causing heavy backups on the roadway in Seminole County. Another crash blocks the southbound right lane on 1792, just south of Florida's Turnpike. If you see traffic problems, make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by InvisibleFence.com. Strong enough for a Mastiff, but gentle enough for a Chihuahua. Invisible Fence is more than a fence. Customized for every pet, every need, and every yard. Their hands-on training and exclusive technology ensures your pet is protected while giving them more room to run. Learn more at InvisibleFence.com.
Your neighborhood Tools Ace Hardware has everything you need to get ready for spring. Right now through February 29th, get the best prices on made for Florida Sunnyland fertilizers, Miracle Grow soils, Roundup weed and grass killers, yard tools, and much more. Not to mention, Cypress mulch is 4 for $10 all month long. Don't forget to bring in your Steel outdoor power equipment into one of Tools Ace Hardware's 10 service centers for a tune-up before spring. It's Tools Ace Hardware, 12 convenient locations here in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com. Get that free in-store pickup or delivery. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
This is Monster Jam. Witness big air, two-wheel skills, backflips, and all-out racing. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Brought to you by BKT Tires and Morgan & Morgan. Visit MorganMonsterJam.com for your $20 ticket from Morgan & Morgan. Visit website for restrictions and details. Coming to Camping World Stadium March 2nd. You have to see it live, so don't miss it.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
Monster Trucks at our Circus Now Kids Zone with bounce houses, monster truck rides, and real fair food. All kids are free with a paid adult, and all advanced tickets get a free pit party pass at MonsterTruckC.com. February 23rd, 24th, and 25th. New Smyrna Speedway.
Add value and security to your property today by contacting Fence Outlet. Now offering customers 0 down and 0% financing for 12 months on any Fence product. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more details. Terms of financing apply. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we're conquering the unconquerable. Using artificial intelligence and data, our experts can create a personalized gene roadmap just for you, customizing your cancer treatment, giving your body exactly what it needs to fight the disease. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Hey, Joe Montana here. Back in my football days, I knew the importance of a strong defense. Now I'm sharing how you can help defend your health against pneumococcal pneumonia, a bacterial lung disease that can be life-threatening. If you're 65 or older, or 19 or older with certain chronic conditions like diabetes or asthma, you're at increased risk. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about vaccination and learn more at knowpneumonia.com. That's KNOW pneumonia.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft in 2023. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. Their U.S.-based restoration specialists are dedicated to helping solve identity theft issues, and all plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which means if you lose money because of identity theft, LifeLock will reimburse you to the limits of your plan. Go to LifeLock.com and save up to 25% your first year with promo code CLAY.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Game-bred bare-knuckle MMA fans, the time is now!
March 2nd, Orlando, Florida, live at the Kia Center with a historic main event. Junior Dos Santos. He's got to get out.
Junior Dos Santos has knocked out the Black Beast.
And Dos Santos is the victor. Versus Allen, the Talent Belcher, Orlando, Florida, March 2nd. Get your tickets right now at Ticketmaster.com.
With 3 generations and over 45 years of Florida experience, Handyman Roofing knows storms and hurricanes. We know how to evaluate storm-damaged roofs and not cause more damage. Handyman Roofing has the expertise to get your roof done. Plus, easy financing in case your insurance company is dragging its feet. With multiple emergency response teams ready, Handyman Roofing will be by your side now when you need it the most.
Knows how to get things done. Count on Handyman Roofing to get it done. Handyman Roofing to get it done.
Hi, everyone. I'm Paul Anka.
And I'm Skip Bronson.
What happens when 2 old friends take their decades of experience in the business and sit down with our buddies?
You get Our Way, a brand new show from iHeart Podcast where we chop it up with our pals about everything under the sun.
Hear amazing guests like Jason Bateman, Michael Bublé, Mark Burnett, and many more as they sit down with Paul and Skip.
This is our podcast, and we're going to do it our way.
Listen to Our Way on the iHeart Radio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Triple your tax refund money. Rush to Sutherland Nissan Orlando now. See dealer for details.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The Jim Colbert Show, streaming live on YouTube. Watch us talk.
Ross, don't sleep on Mother's Day either. You got to remember Olivia on Mother's Day. Get her a card and some flowers, man, because she's a mom now.
That's right, big dog.
Forgot about that.
That's right. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Coming up this weekend, Scottish Highland Festival. Celebrate the Scottish culture right there in Mount Dora. Bagpipers, Highland Athletics, Celtic music, dancing, society and heritage, clan, village, shortbread contest, much more. It's always a blast. Vendors selling all the cool stuff. Family-friendly event for residents and for visitors. And the Monsters in the Morning, broadcasting live from Pisces Rising as they help kick off the special weekend in Mount Dora on February 16th. That's this Friday. Get all the information at realradio.fm/events. Welcome back. Yes.
You bring up a good point. Why is it the Boston Celtics,
And
but
nothing,
really
yeah,
it's Celtics?
Right, yeah.
Ooh.
All right, welcome back. I am Jim, Jack, and Ross right over there. Let's get some news. Here's Deb.
And now, it's time for Woke News.
It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole woke.
On the Jim Colbert Show.
All right, Woke News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. Kicking it off with the breaking news that we had covered just a few minutes ago, but there has been an incident at the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl parade today. Officers can be seen running into Union Station with their guns drawn. Police say there has been a shooting. There are tens of thousands of people lined up on the parade route. Of course, they're trying to clear that area. Fans can be seen running away. There are several ambulances on the scene as well, and, quote, multiple victims, end quote. But we don't know what that means, if injured or fatalities. Again, this story is just happening, just breaking, so we'll continue to follow it and bring you more details as they become available. The House Intelligence Committee is warning about, quote, a serious national security threat, end quote. Various reports say the threat is related to emerging Russian space technology.
Okay.
Ohio Republican Mike Turner says his committee made information on the threat available to members of Congress. He requested that President Biden declassify that information relating to the threat so Congress and allies can openly discuss actions necessary to respond. But so far, that's all we're really being told.
Wow, really?
Outside of the House Intelligence Committee and allies.
Ooh, they got a space laser.
Something's going on. And of course, I've got a story coming up of a launch that we have here closer to home. But a Palm Beach County Republican congressman says he's glad the House impeached Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas last night after a failed attempt last week. That's despite Brian Mast not being able to cast his vote this time around. He calls Mayorkas, quote, horrible at his job, end quote, and says he is, quote, willfully refusing, end quote, to secure the southern border. Also stuck at Palm Beach International Airport was Democrat Congresswoman Lois Frankel, who was taking the very same flight Of course, we had the nor'easter that put 45 million people under the weather bullet yesterday. Over 2,000 flights, I believe, were canceled across the country. In a statement, Frankel called the impeachment a, quote, shameful political stunt, end quote, and says she would have been a no vote just as she was last week. Mayorkas is expected to be acquitted in the Democrat-controlled Senate.
Yep. What a waste of time.
I know.
So unbelievable.
I know. A new bill designed to prevent gun violence is being introduced today, exactly 6 years after the deadly Parkland school mass shooting. Florida lawmakers held a news conference in honor of the 17 people who were killed and the more than 17 injured at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School on Valentine's Day in 2018. Representatives Maxwell Frost of Orlando and Jared Moskowitz used the time to introduce the Identify Gun Stores Act, which would prevent states from banning credit card companies from tracking suspicious gun purchases.
Yeah.
The legislators believe the legislation would have prevented the Pulse nightclub killings here in Orlando back in 2016.
Yeah, they've been fighting over this legislation for a couple of years now.
They have.
Because it just seems a bit intrusive. But yeah, I understand.
I mean, it was after Parkland that you had the red flag laws went into effect, the 3-day buying. All right, the U.S. Supreme Court may weigh in on Florida's sports gambling deal with the Seminole tribe.
Okay.
2 pari-mutuel companies asked the court last week to reject the deal that was agreed to in 2021. The companies say the deal violates our state constitution because it's expanding gambling without being approved by voters.
Right.
Remember, there was that constitutional amendment where voters said, no, we want to be the ones to decide if gambling expands. Well, in their petition to the court, the company's lawyers say the case holds massive importance for the future of online gaming across the country. There's also a separate challenge at the Florida Supreme Court.
Yep.
It's like a badminton game.
Yeah,
isn't
there's
it?
too
Just
much
volleying.
Well, you know why? Because there are hundreds of millions, billions of dollars up
We
for
saw
grabs.
that with the Super Bowl.
Billions of dollars up for grabs.
Look at how many billions that Americans were expected to vote. Were expected to bet on the Super Bowl.
They will throw all the money at this. It's everything.
Yeah.
I mean, not everything, but it's a big, I mean, this is such a massive part of their business now. I mean, there's no way to reverse, just seems not very plausible.
And Florida just seems like a state that would really get into gambling.
Yeah, they really do.
And the thing is, people like it.
Yeah.
They do like it.
Come on.
Hey, look, nobody,
the activity just on Sunday alone.
And here's the thing. The great thing is nobody has a problem with the Seminole tribe doing this. It's just that they have to allow other people to do it. And that's what's probably going to wind up happening in the Supreme Court. Because it's obviously a slanted, I mean, you couldn't do that. Could you do that with the weed companies? It's not like just one company growing weed for the entire state. There are multiple people licensed to grow that for the legal business. So I mean, it doesn't make any sense. It just smells all the way.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what you think of the next story because an effort to teach kids about communism.
Oh, yeah, I saw this morning.
Is moving forward in Tallahassee. A House subcommittee yesterday approved House Bill 1349.
Right.
The bill requires students in all grades to be taught about, according to the text, the, quote, increasing threat of communism in the U.S. and our allies through the 20th century, end quote. Lessons would include, quote, mass killings from communist regimes.
Right.
McClenny State Representative Chuck Brannon, this is up in the Panhandle, is the bill's sponsor, and he says Florida, quote, is home to a diverse community of victims of communism, end quote.
Yeah.
He adds,
Tucker Carlson just was.
He adds the bill would be age appropriate for all grade levels. A similar bill is being considered in the Senate.
I agree. We should throw all the people who are sympathetic to communism out. I agree with that 100%. 100%. Get everybody that's sympathetic to Putin and the communists out of there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Get them out. Every single person who is sympathetic to Vladimir Putin or any of those standards, get them gone. I couldn't agree more, Mr. Panhandle Man.
Even if he has space lasers, let Putin do. Putin, you do what you want.
Yeah.
Okay, on to something that a lot of folks are still worried about. The Florida Office of Insurance Regulation is going to hold hearings next week on requests by 2 private insurance companies to hike their homeowners' premiums by more than 50%.
Yeah, I saw that as well. Whack. Just found out how much I paid because we knew we got an increase. We didn't know it until we got the paperwork yesterday, and that was a shocker.
Oh.
That was a shocker. How much do you pay a year? Do you know?
No.
Do you know, Jack?
I do.
What?
How
much do you pay a year for insurance for your home?
Well, nobody wants to talk about that.
I mean, give me an idea. I mean, it's just home insurance. I mean, everybody has to have it.
So my bill is under $3,000.
That's perfect. That's all you have to say.
But it took a new roof to get there.
Okay, good. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
mine's not good.
No.
Nope.
So happy you didn't ask me.
Yeah. Do you know what yours is? No clue. I know.
Dude, you wouldn't have known yours if you didn't just find it out yesterday.
Yeah, good point.
I would have
Thank
had
you.
an idea.
Both Castle Key and Amica Mutual are seeking increases of about 54%. No big deal. More private insurers are entering the Florida market since lawmakers passed a series of property insurance reforms in late 2022. Citizens Property Insurance, the state's so-called insurer of last resort, is hoping to move more than 300,000 policies to private insurers this year.
Yep.
All right, well, condo owners, good news for you guys. You may benefit from a bill making its way through the legislature. A House committee yesterday passed a bill that would help condo owners harden their homes to better withstand a hurricane. So the bill would allow condo associations to get matching state funds for better doors, windows, and roofs. This was such a big problem after these last couple of storm seasons because these assessments start coming in.
Oh, yeah.
And you want to talk about sticker shock when someone said, I need to pay what? So what? This month? What?
What? Exactly.
Yeah. So the other concerns are supporters say it could also lead to lower property insurance rates. Okay, from condos to apartments, and the city of Sanford is going, whoa. They're considering...
Yeah, tap them a little bit, huh?
They're considering a possible moratorium on new apartment buildings. This is smart oversight of this kind of insane development we're seeing all over Central Florida because Mayor Art Woodruff told Fox 35 there are several reasons leaders are looking into a temporary pause for these kinds of developments. He says the first is making sure there are enough first responders to keep up with the city's population growth. The other concerns are whether the area can keep up with sewer and water demands. Council members are expected to take up the issue at their next meeting in less than 2 weeks.
Our friends in Oviedo are about to find out what this is all about, by the way. Oviedo's traffic is borderline unbearable, and they have yet to finish 3 massive apartment complexes right on the edge of these roads that are already almost impassable. My wife, on the way to Pilates every day, has to wait 3 light cycles at 4:30 in the afternoon to get through a couple of those lights out there. And that is coming to Sanford. If you drive through Sanford and you see the land that's being cleared for these pop-up communities and these apartment buildings, they're 100% right. And they have no idea what's coming. In 10 years, the infrastructure in Oviedo is going to have to be completely blown up and rebuilt. They're in the process of doing some of it now. But these little towns have grown so fast because they're so nichey and apparently safe. And now with the big roads in Central Florida that can feed you into all the major metropolitan areas, in no time, these rural areas are about to see growth they never even thought about seeing. You can see it coming. Oviedo is about to become unbearable.
It's like city puberty.
Just take a bike.
Yeah. Take a bike. Right. That's all you got to do.
Because, I mean, literally, like I've talked about before, all that land on the 429 that used to be trees is now just one electric box after another as they get ready for another huge development of homes.
And they're about to build a massive complex on the other side of 441 right across from Mount Dora. And watch how fun 441 gets here soon and all those Wolf Branch Road and all those areas. It is going to be a nightmare back there if they don't increase that infrastructure behind there. That's all of Central Florida, by the way. And it's happening exponentially fast.
Yeah.
Way
Claremont.
faster than it was happening in the 90s when I was here and you saw that first explosion. This is way different.
Yeah, well, it's, it seems like it never stops.
This is way different.
All right, speaking of nightmares, SpaceX has a launch planned for today. A Falcon 9 rocket is expected to blast off from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station at 5:30 p.m. The launch is for a classified U.S. Space Force mission. Meanwhile, a launch planned for this morning was scrubbed last night, so the IM-1 moonlander is now set to launch this morning or tomorrow morning at 1:05 a.m. And the reason why I say nightmare is because if you've got your baby that everyone in the house is asleep, the sonic boom is expected after the first stage. Once it comes back and lands on that drone ship, they're expecting another sonic boom. And if you've never been around for the sonic boom, they can be...
Your dogs are going to go lose their minds, by the way. Get ready.
Oh, yeah.
They are going to come unglued.
Sonic boom.
All right. The 2024 Discover Miami International Boat Show begins today at 6 different venues, including the Miami Beach Convention Center and Herald Plaza. President Andrew Duell says the largest boat show in the world is expected to have 100,000 visitors from 35 countries over the next 5 days. Money, money, money,
As
money, 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 money,
As
money,
much
money.
as you want.
Oh, every
as
super
much
yacht.
as you want.
Yes, he says the show also employs thousands of people who set it up, break it down, and work the exhibits.
Absolutely.
That would be fun people watching just to watch the money roll through there.
It is a spectacle down there. And you'll roll through there and you'll see people are like, what is that guy doing looking at that boat? He's a bum. And then you'll get his wrist. He's wearing a $400,000 Richard Mille watch or something. And he's wearing like $17,000 Jordans. You're like, oh, there it is.
Right.
I
didn't see that for the cutoff jeans.
I want to go over there and just make sure I bring my chapstick.
Yeah.
Closer to home, the Great American Race isn't too far away. Speaking of cutoff jeans, Speed Weeks kicked off yesterday with a hauler showcase at Daytona International Speedway.
Got me some freshies.
I mean, certain parts of Florida is always Speed Week.
Yeah.
40 trucks were at one Daytona for fans to get a good look at the cars they may see in Sunday's Daytona 500. I didn't get it.
On speed on meth.
Oh, yeah.
Speed
We have some pockets in Florida. It's always Daytona.
It's always Speed Week, baby.
You want to see how fast I go? You want to see how fast I go?
That's such a good joke.
I'm going to rob a Denny's.
Speedway President Frank Keller tells Fox 35 this just kind of brings that energy of what Sunday is all about. Qualifying for the race starts today. Let's hope the weather holds out, because it's expected to be a rainy, windy, and cool weekend.
Yeah, awful weather all weekend long. Boy, the Daytona Fun, it's feast or famine with those guys. Either it's dead perfect,
right,
or it is a deluge.
Right, exactly. A 5-hour delay.
A recent memory, though, is telling me that they've had like a lot of bad luck.
Yeah, they have.
Right?
Yeah, it just kind of happens. This weekend just gets sopped out a lot sometimes. I mean, they've ended this thing on Monday a lot.
Yeah, they have. Overnight hours. All right, speaking of bad luck, man, someone who bought a $36 million lottery ticket in Jacksonville
Can you imagine?
Out of luck. The worst thing is if they find it now.
I was going to say, I've said this before, because the story is that the time limit ran out yesterday, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. But if I found that ticket, if I was going through there, I was like, and I found that ticket and I'm in Jacksonville and I saw just Mega Millions or whatever, I would just set it on fire. That's the best thing you can do.
The Publix?
Just no. The ticket. just light the ticket on fire. Do not look. That's the best thing to do. That would destroy you.
Well, as Jimmy said, the ticket for the Mega Millions game was sold at a Publix store in the Lakeshore community for the August 15th drawing, and the deadline for the jackpot to be claimed was this past Sunday at midnight, and no one stepped forward. But this should make us all feel better. 80% of the prize money will now go to the state's education fund, with the rest put toward future drawings.
Right.
Sure.
Operation costs.
Exactly. All right.
That flamingo just made so much more money.
Yeah. New glasses for all.
Yeah.
Millions of Americans will be sending or receiving flowers to celebrate Valentine's Day, but spending money on a bouquet of roses can be costly. This is a surprising story here.
You don't say. How about two?
According to recent data from Finance Buzz, the average price for a dozen long-stem roses in the U.S. is about...
Okay, hold on now. Good quality?
Of course.
Or just average? $85.
This is for a dozen?
A dozen long-stem
nice
red roses.
long-stem red roses in a vase?
And you said 85.
$85.
I don't have that. I just have the amount for the flowers themselves.
$85.
Jim with a valid question, because the vase is where they get you.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw that out there.
It's like bread at Olive Garden.
It's like sodas at fast food.
Okay.
I agree.
Right.
I'll go 105.
That's a great
didn't like
gap.
it. I didn't like it.
That's a great gap.
I didn't like it, though, Jack. As soon as I said it, it didn't feel right.
You didn't feel right. I don't think it felt right either. I'll go $90.
Ooh, points, Jack. $89.
Oh, come on. Come on.
All right.
Ross. Come on.
The state where a dozen roses cost the most is?
I will go, Rhode Island.
California.
Hawaii.
Points, Jack.
No. All it is flowers. It's an entire country of flowers.
This is roses.
Yeah, but I thought it would backfire because of that.
Okay,
Because I figured
ship them
islands,
there.
it's more expensive to get things there, but they can grow their own.
Where a bouquet is more than $128 on average. Now,
why wouldn't it be more expensive in Alaska?
Yeah. That makes sense too.
You're going to be surprised by that.
They don't know
You're
what
going to be
love
surprised
is.
by that. Now, this is
It's too cold.
Wyoming, Maryland, and Washington were also ranked among the most expensive states. Roses are the cheapest in Alaska.
What?
Where it costs nearly $72 for a dozen, but Massachusetts, California, and Oregon followed closely behind.
It's got to be taxes or something, right?
Nah, it's supply and demand. There's no demand. They don't know what love is.
Right, yeah.
It's all miners and, you know.
Right. I'm not gonna
miners as in like coal.
Coal miners,
yeah.
Hey, Stuart, you do a good job in the mine. Here's a rose for you, big dog.
Exactly. I don't think I'm with Ross.
Yeah.
I'm with Ross, yeah. All right, just in time for Valentine's Day, Billboard has ranked the top 50 songs with the word love in the title. The top 5.
All right. I want to know what Love Is by Foreigner.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. This one is 1976's Silly Love Songs.
Oh, that's a good one.
By Wings.
How about Endless Love by Diana Ross? Is it Diana Ross?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so this is number 5. All right, number 4 is 2011's We Found Love by Rihanna featuring Kelvin Harris.
Too fast.
Next on the list.
That's what love is.
Is 1977's How Deep Is Your Love?
Oh, the Bee Gees.
By the Bee Gees.
Oh, a classic.
Come on now. That's a roller skating classic right there.
Oh, yeah.
Next is 1994's I'll Make Love to You by Boys to Men.
Okay.
And at number 1, Jimmy, you asked, you got it, 1981's Endless Love.
Oh, wow. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to...
Not at all.
Oh,
Not at all. But Diana Ross and Lionel Richie.
Oh, this is
So
it,
nice,
dude.
yeah.
I mean, this is
How
it.
many weddings did this...
There's only you in my life.
I think about
is their first dance.
I'm getting chill bumps, dude. It's so good.
Well, there you go. It's number 1, Jimmy. Celebrated for Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. And now you all are officially woke.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Don't forget, your 3 o'clock keyword is GRAND, G-R-A-N-D. Get over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. GRAND is your 3 o'clock keyword. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends.
I'll stop the world and melt with you.
Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast for the rest of our Wednesday. It's going to be a beautiful afternoon despite the chilly temperatures we had earlier this morning. Plan for highs to make their way into the low and mid 70s with a high of around 72 degrees for Orlando. We'll stay nice and dry today, and even through the end of the week, temperatures will be closing in on the 80-degree mark by Friday, with showers returning for the weekend along with chilly temperatures and gusty winds. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients. Today, Morgan & Morgan has more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Life Imaging FLA is awesome. There's only one way to say it. It is friggin' awesome. If you want to make sure that you are in good shape, do exactly what I did. Get with Life Imaging FLA and get that free heart scan. That's right. All you have to do is get with these guys, get that free heart scan, make sure you're fine. Now, look, here's the cool thing. You know, we've heard so many great testimonials from people who have listened to us and suggested the Life Imaging FLA's free heart scan, and they've done it. And here's the weird, ironic thing. We've had couples go in, and one thought that they were okay. The other one thought there may be problems, and it was the exact opposite. The truth is you don't really know, and that's why that free heart scan for Life Imaging FLA is such a necessity. For me, it showed multiple issues that I had. Heart was fine, but I did find other things out. That can happen for you as well. Remember, there are no dyes. You don't have to take your clothes off. This only takes a few minutes. These guys are saving lives every single day. Do not wait. Do exactly what I did. Call Life Imaging FLA right now. Get that free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value, and while you're there, it's important. Ask about got their cancer screening as well. And it couldn't be easier to make your appointment. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say that keyword free heart scan. That's all you got to do. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. Make that call today. Make 2024 the year you take control of your long-term health care. You have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeart Media.
Don't miss the Players' Championship, March 12th through 17th in Ponte Vedra Beach. Invite your friends and family to enjoy the ultimate fan experience with front row access to the PGA Tour's best players at the iconic Stadium Course. Tickets are on sale now at theplayers.com.
Hosting big parties often calls for making tough, last-minute decisions, but planning the perfect meal shouldn't be one of them. Let the Fresh from Florida Club help. As a member, you can browse hundreds of recipes, each with local, in-season ingredients. That means you can create and save the perfect menu well ahead of time, so you can sit back and enjoy the party. Join the free Fresh from Florida Club at freshfromflorida.com. It could be the easiest decision you'll make all year.
Hello, this is Susie Essman and Jeff Garland.
I'm here.
And we are the hosts of the History of Curb Your Enthusiasm podcast. And we're going to be rewatching and talking about every single episode, and we're going to break it down. Oh, and we're going to be joined by special guests, including Larry David and Cheryl Hines, Richard Lewis, Bob Odenkirk, and so many more. And we're going to have clips, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. So listen to the History of Curb Your Enthusiasm on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, my name's Charles. On my way to work, I was struck by a tractor trailer. I called attorney Glenn Klausman for help. He got me to really good doctors. I don't think it's right to be bragging on a billboard or TV about getting millions of dollars for getting hurt. However, I will say Glenn Klausman got me a great settlement quicker than I thought possible. I'm very happy with the results, and that's why I'm doing this. Call Glenn Klausman at 407-917-1718. His website is klausman.law.com. Car crash, call Klausman.
Office, Winter Park. Are your energy costs through the roof? FAS Windows and Doors is now offering buy 3, get 1 free windows on any project. This is a plain and simple deal that homeowners can receive at the time of signing. FAS also offers 24-month financing. No money down, no payments, and no interest for 24 months with this new financing option available from FAS. For a completely free in-home consultation, call FAS Windows and Doors today or visit us online at faswd.com. That's faswd.com.
Download the iHeartRadio app and listen to thousands of live radio stations, podcasts, and stream unlimited music playlists for any mood or activity. Powered by City Kia, Central Florida's favorite auto dealer.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations, like the Beatles Now and Then.
Come together, you say goodbye. It's been a hard day's night.
Just search Beatles and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Hello, America. It's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you don't have Consumer Cellular yet, now is the perfect time to switch and save. For a limited time, new customers can get wireless service for as low as $15 a month for your first year. Yep, the same exact nationwide coverage as the leading carriers for $15 a month for an entire year. What are you waiting for? Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com and use code RADIO15.
See consumercellular.com/firstyear15 for promotional details.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight?
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow. Guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Hey, are you planning to get an updated COVID-19 vaccine?
Yep. I don't want to get seriously sick and miss out on spending time with friends and family.
Does it cost a lot? I don't have insurance.
If you don't have health insurance, or if your insurance doesn't cover an updated COVID-19 vaccine, you can get one for free with the Bridge Access program. Just look for places that participate in Bridge Access on vaccines.gov.
Sounds good. Bridge Access on vaccines.gov.
A message from CDC.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Good afternoon, The Colbert Show, Prince of the Island. Hey, Jimmy, I just got a shock. My tall boy Budweiser has gone from $2.89 to $4.89 a can. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't know what to do. Oh, going like this, I better go straight.
Tinted and unclean. Your sexuality isn't going to make the beer any cheaper, buddy. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Got a few minutes left for the keyword grand. We'll have a freshie for you at the top of the hour.
Freshie.
Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Sorry.
And Jack.
Yeah.
And Ross.
That's true.
We have an update out of Kansas City.
Yes, we do. We have 2 armed individuals who have been taken into custody after today's shooting at the Super Bowl victory parade. Right now, the fire department is saying that they have upwards of 10 victims in that shooting. No idea if any of those victims are fatalities. Right now, we just know it's upwards of 10 victims, but 2 armed individuals now in police custody.
Yeah, we're obviously going to keep you updated on what's happening with this story because it's kind of breaking as we speak. So we'll be getting updates via our television and our wire as the day goes on. We'll keep you up to breast of what's happening there. All right, 407-916-1041. So I told you guys before we started the show today that nature had its own little Valentine's Day going on.
Nice.
And I found these very interesting. I saw this story on the BBC today, and I was like, this is really cool. And the story is about interesting symbiotic relationships between species that really don't have anything to do with each other, but yet they depend on each other to kind of make it through each day.
Kind of like the cowbirds.
Well, yeah. What is that relationship?
Well, the bird eats the bugs off the cow. It seems like every cow you see in the field has one of those white birds hanging around by him.
Right. And there's another bird relationship like that, too. We'll go over. But this is very interesting. So the first relationship is woolly bats and a thing called a pitcher plant. You know what a pitcher plant is? A pitcher plant is like a...
holds water.
Yeah, well, no. It actually uses it like a Venus flytrap. It closes up around its prey and suffocates it, right? But the only thing that's weird about that, and this happens in Borneo, by the way, is this thing called the woolly bat has figured out that the plant needs it to survive. So the plant allows the bat to nest inside the plant. It'll open up. The bat will go inside. It will not try to suffocate or eat the bat. And the reason why is where the plant grows is lacking in nutrients. So the plant allows the bat to stay in there because the bat's droppings provide the plant with what it needs to make it through each season.
Isn't nature amazing?
So that's a little Valentine's relationship that you would have never thought.
Oh, a little poop for you.
between a bat and a plant. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
That is super cool. That's sick.
I have this plant.
You have the plant?
I have the plant.
The
I wasn't
pitcher
making
plant.
a joke.
It's
a pitcher plant because it holds water, and then that's one of the aspects of its trap.
Yeah, it goes in. Something goes in to get a drink of water.
Yeah, and then it can't get out.
That's right.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I got to say, incredibly phallic.
Really?
Oh,
yeah. I've always been making fun of these plants ever since I moved in with my girlfriend, wife now.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They are a bit phallic, aren't they?
Yeah, they are bulbous.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel bad for those female plants.
They are something else. Very pretty, but they are telling you something.
Now, okay, have you ever noticed that if you watch the any of the Animal Planet channel and you see the Nile crocodiles, what is always present around Nile crocodiles?
Yeah,
Birds.
a little mockingbird or like a jay something.
It's these little white birds, right? Now, I'm trying to figure out what exactly the breed is or the species. But what happens is the reason why you see these white birds around gators all the time is this. They nest over where the gators are because the gators will eat what predates the bird. In other words, whatever preys or the bird preys on the bird, the gator will protect it from that. And they say that the gators know that they're going to get a portion of the chicks that wind up falling out of the nest. And they get that snack for getting paid for protecting the birds. And that is a relationship you could watch up and down the Nile.
Okay.
That's not
one,
very Valentine's Day.
Well, I mean, okay.
Happy Valentine's Day. I ate your children.
And then the last one.
And you said that entire thing smiling this is still a good thing. It's part of their relationship.
It's just nature, guys. It is what it is.
Yeah, I'm sure the mama bird's fine. I'm missing, the third one.
And then the last one is this. And you guys you guess why this is a symbiotic relationship, all right? Ostriches and zebras. Why do you always see ostriches and zebras together. Is it in the Serengeti? The African plains? Why would you do that? Why would zebras and ostriches be around each other all the time, and why would this be a symbiotic relationship?
The ostriches eat something off the zebra that benefits the zebra.
Not bad. All right, that's a good guess. What do you think, Ross?
The ostrich is able to reach spots that the zebra
needs to scratch?
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad guess. Not the answer. Deb, you want to give it a shot?
It's a long-necked bird. That's why I was going there. A lot of surface area.
I'm going to go with, because the herds of donkeys would help keep the ostriches safe from larger prey they could alert and let the ostriches know, heads up.
You're the closest. Okay,
Ooh.
Turns out ostriches have terrible eyesight, but they have great sense of smell. Zebras have great eyesight, but a terrible sense of smell. They work together, determining where the threats are and alert each other to where they are. And that's why you always see ostrich and zebras together, because one can smell good and one can see good, and they use those two senses together to protect each other's herds.
So
that's cool.
Isn't that killer?
It's a real Gene Wilder, Richard Pryor.
It really is, dude. I'm telling you.
It's a real see no evil, hear no evil.
It is exactly
buddy
that.
cop comedy going down over there.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Animal House up next. Cora Burcham's here. Haven't seen her in a little bit. It'll be good kind of catch back up. We'll do that right after this.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
Looking at your normal slowdowns on I-4 this afternoon, both east and westbound as you travel through downtown and by the major attractions exits. There is a crash blocking at least 2 lanes eastbound on the interstate at Maitland Boulevard, causing heavy backups on the roadway in Seminole County. Another crash blocks the southbound right lane on 1792, just south of Florida's Turnpike. If you see traffic problems, make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. We'll always be here for you. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
You know, man, every day you see stories about inflation running high. Nobody has an idea when it's going to cool off. But the cool thing is that FAS Windows and Doors, if you buy them right now, you can lock in your price. They have the largest window and door showroom in all of Central Florida. 38 unique windows on display, ready for you to operate. Find your favorites and, of course, have their pros install them. They're all built with impact-resistant glass that gives you security, noise reduction, and maximum efficiency. They have a full selection of hurricane windows and doors. Estimates are always free, and they always give you tons of options, which is so cool. All products have a lifetime warranty, and if you act right now, you can receive rebates of $55 per window and $95 per door. Remember, they have no money down, no interest, no payments financing for 12 months, and they're easy to find. Fairbanks and I-4, that's the showroom. Slide in, pick them out. And when you have your windows installed from FAS Windows and Doors, your house is going to be so quiet. It's going to feel better. It's going to be more efficient. It's going to be safer. Your AC will work less, which means it'll last longer, and your power bills will drop as well. Hop on board today and get a quote at FASWD.com.
Real Radio wants to provide the assist on your holiday bills by putting $1,000 in your hand. $1,000 13 times a day. You know the drill. Just listen for the keyword to win $1,000 each hour weekdays from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Then take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio.fm. Whether you do that on your phone or your computer, we don't care. What we do care about is that you answer the phone from a number that will probably say no caller ID when they call back the winner, because that's how you get $1,000 in your hand. This contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
Take your Valentine's experience to a whole new level this year with jewelry, flowers, candy, dinner, and a flyaway romantic getaway. All courtesy of International Diamond Center. Nothing says I love you like romantic jewelry from IDC. From a simple pendant to an exquisite designer ring, we've got a fantastic selection of affordable, timeless gifts. And this year, with any jewelry purchase at IDC of $129 or more, we're giving you some long stem roses, some delicious chocolates, and a gift card for dinner from Vito's or Fishbones. It's one-stop shopping for all things romantic. And if you really want to take it up a notch, we're also giving away island getaways. Just spend $5,000 on jewelry and you'll get a $500 airfare credit for a Caribbean vacation. Spend $10,000 on our jewelry and get 3 nights including airfare at a tropical resort. On us. Make this Valentine's one to remember. Let IDC help you with her jewelry, flowers, chocolates, dinner, and a romantic vacation. We've got it all. Happy Valentine's from International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Let the professionals at Fence Outlet save you time and money. We handle everything from the free estimate to the install. We do it all. And you get 0% financing. So come into Fence Outlet or visit fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
Bike Week is right around the corner. Make Orlando Harley-Davidson part of your Bike Week plans. Orlando Harley-Davidson has the largest selection of new and pre-owned Harley-Davidson motorcycles in the state of Florida. Stop at Orlando Harley-Davidson during Bike Week March 1st through the 10th. Enjoy food, exclusive merchandise, pinstriping, tattoos, music, a full bar, and so much more. Visit OrlandoHarley.com for a full list of motorcycle inventory and Orlando Bike Week details. Stop by the Orlando Harley-Davidson dealership right off I-4 across from the mall at Millennia.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
Monster trucks at our Circus Now Kids Zone with bounce houses, monster truck rides, and real fair food. All kids are free with a paid adult, and all advanced tickets get a free pit party pass at monstertruckc.com. February 23rd, 24th, and 25th, New Smyrna Speedway.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey, what's good, guys? This is Angel from the Monsters. You guys know I love to cook on my Big Green Egg. Why? It's impressive, and everything turns out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you got to go to Wassy's Meat Market and get a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories, everything that you need. They have the classroom set up so you can teach you the basic techniques on the Big Green Egg and advanced techniques on the Big Green Egg as well. When you get the Big Green Egg from Wassy's Meat Market, there's a lifetime guarantee, so check them out. It's Wassy's Meat Market. Check them on Instagram or go to their website, wassysmeatmarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassy's Meat Market.
Looking to hire the right employee? Find them at the Florida Jobs Now Job Fair, FLJobsNow.com for more info.
Injured? Hire the largest injury firm in the world. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money. MONEY, money. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Jimmy, I know what a fan you are of inflatables. I did see some Valentine's inflatables. But my question is, would it be odd to buy your pet a Valentine's Day gift? Is that a thing? I'm not doing it. I'm just, my mind's wandering.
Larry, your mind is perpetually wandering. But it is fine for you to buy your pet a Valentine's Day gift if you want to. A little treat's fine. Nothing weird. Can I tell you, that's the most normal thing you've done in 10 years. All right, 407-916-1041. Money is your 4 o'clock keyword, MONEY. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Money, guys, is your 4 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win for sure. Welcome back. I am Jim. Jack and Ross are right over there, and Deb has Animal House.
She likes them fuzzy, furry, feathery.
This is
tough,
Wall of Fame guest right here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's time for Animal House with Deborah Roberts.
And it's been a while since we've had her back, but as you know, Animal House is generously brought to you each and every week by personal injury attorney Glenn Klausman of Klausman Law.
Oh, yeah.
We'll tell you how you can get in touch with that teddy bear of a man at the end of Animal House, but now please join me in welcoming back the Director of Multimedia and a Manatee Research Associate, Cora Burcham with the Save the Manatee Club.
Manatee. You're an all-timer. Go to JimCovertLive.com and check her out. She is absolutely adorable as she is smart. Always good to have you. Happy New Year and everything. We haven't seen you in a little bit. How's things?
It's been a while. Yeah, I'm so glad to be back on the show.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me back.
Glad to have you. I know you have some good news for us, which is also very exciting.
It is exciting because, the Manatee headlines over the last, couple of years haven't exactly been really good, Cora, but and you've come in many times to explain to us, but give us some of the good news that we can finally hear about Florida sea cows.
Yeah, so definitely some good news. We've seen a lot less manatees die over the past year around Florida, so very cautiously optimistic that that's going, the right direction. As you know, I do a lot of research over at Blue Springs State Park, and we have had record numbers of manatees overall, but also of calves, baby manatees.
Yeah,
so it's always nice to see that.
Yeah. It's so
They're
funny.
the cutest.
I was just telling Deborah before the show, obviously, it's manatee season in Florida. For one thing, they get a lot of media coverage, and secondly, social media blows up with a lot of videos that people may have taken themselves or have or whatever, or just because they love manatees. And the one we got today, we just happened to be a mother and her calf as they were kind of chilling in one of our springs here in Florida. It was just so good to see. And, nice, healthy calf, enjoying their life with mom. It was great.
Absolutely. I mean, to me, they're the cutest animals to begin with. I mean,
Right.
baby manatee is just adorable.
It is. It's like a floating loaf of bread.
And I do want to point out that she brought her very own stuffed manatee, which is hers that she has at home and cuddles with.
That's
so
nice,
she is truly a manatee fan.
Yeah, I think he's hiding under the table right now.
And that's a plush toy.
It is a plush toy. Now, let me ask you a quick question. How often do you guys... Now, Blue Spring is a natural spring, and I think I would be one of these people that would naturally believe that, that water is always going to be good because it's fresh out of the earth. Do you guys ever have problems with plumes of maybe algae or something in that area that are dangerous to the animals?
Yeah, luckily we don't have that at Blue Spring in the spring. We do have some algae blooms occurring in the St. Johns River, which is adjacent to the spring, but not really anything that's directly harmful to the manatees at this point. Obviously, what we do need to be cautious about is preserving that spring water so there is enough of it for those manatees. I'm talking about a growing manatee population in that area, so we just have to make sure we don't overpump that spring and that groundwater for human consumption.
What do you
Need to have it
We
for the
could have
manatees.
another couple bottled water companies come in and just pull more and more water out.
You act like we lease that to other states.
It's always weird when Deb hits me with that amount of sarcasm.
Yeah, right, I love it.
God, it's
That's
evil,
so
Deb.
gross right in your face.
Well, I wanted to ask you, too, because we knew that one of the big issues with the high manatee mortality we saw a couple of years ago, that it was because the seagrass has basically disappeared from the Indian River Lagoon, and that impacts turtles, dolphins, everybody. Any improvement there?
Yeah, so there's definitely some seagrass coming back. If you're looking at the Mosquito Lagoon, that's the northern part of the Indian River Lagoon, we have seen some seagrass come back, so that's encouraging. We haven't seen as many manatee deaths in that area, so that's encouraging. Our partners have been doing some health assessments, so manatees are looking to be in better body condition. So definitely, I think things are going in the right direction over there. We just need to make sure we maintain that.
Yeah, cautiously optimistic
Yeah, cautiously
are the words I
optimistic.
think we're living by right now. What exactly do you study with these guys? I
was going to ask her that. What do you do when you're out in the field?
Yeah, is it just you're maintaining the information on certain tag manatees like weight, growth rate, stuff like that? Is that what you're doing, or?
So mainly what we're doing is the photo ID research. So we have a genealogy research going on at Blue Springs State Park, which was started over 40 years ago, like in the late 1970s, when
like
we had
manatee glamour shots?
Or is it like a
Exactly,
like a 20,
absolutely.
23andMe, a 23 manatee?
I think it could be both.
Yeah.
It's hard to track them over time, but we recognize them by the scars that they have, and we can recognize over 400 individuals. Some of them, dating back to the 1970s. So that's what we do. We count them and we identify the individuals.
Wow. That's how I can tell Jack in a dark room is emotional scars. I can hear them
glow.
I can hear them through the darkness.
They just glow and whine.
Yeah, we track manatees like we do thieves, like
I know.
tattoos and scars.
Well, speaking of the 70s, for those who don't know, our former governor, Bob Graham, and the late singer Jimmy Buffett are the ones who started Save the Manatee Club.
Bobby G, Jimmy B.
And since we lost Jimmy Buffett this last year, and he was integral to starting it, is there something that Save the Manatee Club is maybe planning in the future to honor Jimmy Buffett?
Absolutely. I mean, we're so grateful to Jimmy Buffett for having started the organization and just, supported us over the years. There's a lot of fans that are still, supporting the club. So we're working really closely with those parrot head groups and hopefully, doing some more things that people can, purchase in honor of Jimmy Buffett and just continuing our adoption program, which was actually started just right after he started the club. So definitely, yes.
That's interesting. Does now, and I'm just asking, you don't have to answer if it's uncomfortable. I don't know, but does a portion of his estate constantly fund you guys, or is it purely state money?
So we're mostly funded by donations, grants, bequest money, as well as there's money coming from different directions. Jimmy Buffett hasn't contributed directly money-wise, but just because of all of his fans and everything, that's
indirectly he has done it because of the people who support him and wind up supporting you in return.
Talk to me about this aspect of manatees. What's up with them growing green stuff? How do they obviously can't shower. They are already underwater. Is that healthy? Is that fine? Does it help them out or does it hurt them?
Well, I think the green stuff you're referring to, unless you're referring to the seagrass or the lettuce that might be floating around, which hopefully we won't see that, but they do grow some algae on their backs, and that's mainly because they're very slow moving and they just kind of meander around, and that's how the algae grows on them. So it doesn't really hurt them, it doesn't harm them, it's just some have more of it than others, so don't know exactly.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it was like a camouflage thing so that I have no idea. Honestly, I think it makes them look cooler.
The more algae, the lazier the manatee? Because
you
it
could
moves
put
less?
it that way.
Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
That's the emotional scar I'm talking about.
Look at that fat lazy bastard.
Only Jack would point that out. Now, let me ask you.
That one still plays video games.
The river is full of these things, but they're also full of gators. Do gators not predate on manatees? Do they have a relationship where they just kind of leave each other alone?
Yeah, it's interesting you're asking that because a lot of people think that gators are a threat to manatees, but they're really not. We've actually seen kind of the opposite, where the manatee would annoy the alligator to the point that the alligator is leaving. So we have these live webcams set up at Blue Spring, and we had scenarios where the manatees and the alligators were just, kind of messing with each other. There was nothing, no aggression. They're just kind of coexisting and cohabitating, and
Is it a
no
size thing? Why do you think that the gator's not interested?
I think, partly it might be a size thing just because the manatee is so big, and if there's a small baby, usually it's with mom. It could also be that the alligator just, the manatee is just such a gentle creature that even the alligator doesn't go after it. I don't know. It could also be, I don't know about how intelligent alligators are, but it may not just occur to them that they could potentially drown another aquatic mammal. They're usually going after smaller things and letting them sit for a couple of days and then come back to them. But I don't think anyone really has the answer. So if any guesses?
Well, that's pretty cool, though.
Open to hear.
Yeah, we just did a story about how these the animals help out each other right before we came on, and I was just kind of wondering that because there's so many gators in the St. John's, it's bananas, and it would be impossible for them not to have encountered each other. And I've never heard of one eating the other. I've never heard of a gator attacking them.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That gator's like, oh no, he chill, he's chill. He's
Yeah,
cool.
exactly. And it's funny that we've all been here for so long and never thought of it.
Has there ever been a killer manatee? Like, has there been a thugged out manatee that's just like,
they got rabid?
I'm about that life.
Yeah.
I don't
Had
think
an algae
so.
mohawk?
Well, there's a first for everything, but manatees are just such gentle creatures. I can't really picture that.
Oh, that's what they want you to think.
Hey, and Deb said something about the way they communicate. That there's almost like a clicking or a sound, like a ticking sound they make or something.
Yeah, it's like you couldn't compare it to like a chirp or a squeak.
Yeah.
It's almost like a squeaky floorboard or a squeaky door. Very strange noise for such a large animal.
It is, but I remember when I swam with a manatee mother and calf, it was interesting to hear them squeaking back at each other. Her checking in with the calf, calf checking in with mom. I'm okay, I'm okay.
Yeah.
And there was that constant communication under the water, and I never knew that they communicated that way before.
I'll be damned. Very cool, though.
At any point for their whiskers? Because they all, I mean, is that same whisker logic with a dog or a cat? Or
Yeah, very, very similar. So they actually have whiskers and little hairs all over their body. So they use them as a sensory organ to feel their way around in the water. So they don't have really good vision, but they really use these little hairs to kind of detect currents, warm water, fresh water. So really, really intriguing.
Yeah, little hairs and algae.
Little bunch of Dopplers, a bunch of like radars all over their body.
Well, Cora, thank you so much for coming by. We appreciate that.
Finally, some good news.
And before we get out of here, make sure that you give everybody all the information if they would like to support the Save the Manatee Club, how they could do that financially, maybe how they could volunteer. What's the best place for them to go to find out the most information of how they can get involved if they wanted to?
Yeah, so the best way to get involved is savethemanatee.org. That's our website. We have volunteer opportunities. You can adopt a manatee from us. It makes a really great gift. That's a fun way to do. You can also follow us on social media, we're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all those fun things. Watch our live webcams at manateetv.org. So all of that is on savethemanatee.org. So if you go to our website, you'll find all that.
And you'll also be able to find your own plush manatee.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
You guys got live streams of manatees. It's like Road Rules of manatees.
Yeah, I love
It's
it.
the reality TV of manatees.
Yeah, I love those cameras.
It's Valentine's Day. We didn't ask one thing about their mating habits or whatever. Do they mate for life?
Hell yeah.
I wish, right? No, they actually don't. They get together in these mating herds, usually in the spring and the summertime.
Oh, and it is.
Better, dude.
They get phone calls because they think the manatees are attacking each other. They have
They
no
are not.
idea that they're.
Oh, they
are.
They're attacking each other. They're attacking that booty.
Bow, chicka, bow.
Yeah.
So, and that happens like you said spring or what was
Usually
it?
spring and summer are kind of the prime time for that. So maybe when I come back in the summer, we can, talk more details about that.
That's how you tease it. That's how you tease it.
Twice a year, manatees just go to their own hedonism.
Cora, thank you so much. Always
you,
good
Cora.
seeing you. It's savethemanatee.org. If you would like to get involved financially or maybe as a volunteer, go there and find out all the information you need to become part of Save the Manatee, savethemanatee.org.
And I, of course, will be posting the Animal House podcast. So if you didn't get to hear the entire interview, you will later on. Thank you, Cora. And as always, thank you to Glenn Klausman of Klausman Law. If you or someone you work with or know or love have been in a car, truck, motorcycle, heck, even a slip and fall accident, here's just a couple of reasons why they need to call Glenn Klausman. One, he's never going to pass you off to a caseworker. Glenn is going to personally handle your case to the point he's going to give you his personal cell phone number and then pick it up when you call. Just a couple of reasons why year after year he's voted super lawyer and legal elite, including this year. And he's an animal lover and a true friend of the show. So if you've been in any kind of an accident, give him a call, 407-917-1718, or check him out online at klausmanlaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN law.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Your 4 o'clock keyword is money, MONEY. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with more of The Jim Colbert Show.
Real radio is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
What about Mini Kiss? Are they doing it?
No, I hate those little guys.
They make a mockery of Kiss.
Yeah, why is it? I got a lot of questions as to why, because I could agree.
People
maybe.
shouldn't make fun of my clown rock and roll band.
Right?
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Looking at your normal slowdowns on I-4 this afternoon, both east and westbound as you travel through downtown and by the major attractions exits. There is a crash blocking at least 2 lanes eastbound on the interstate at Maitland Boulevard, causing heavy backups on the roadway in Seminole County. Another crash blocks the southbound right lane on 1792, just south of Florida's Turnpike. If you see traffic problems, make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients. Today, Morgan & Morgan has more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Man, if you ask anyone who's experienced LASIK, they're going to tell you it's the best thing they've ever done. The problem is they'll add, should have done this way sooner. That's exactly what my father-in-law said when he got his surgery around 58 years old. He's like, man, I should have done this 10 years ago. What are you waiting for? If you deal with eye issues, with sight issues, get with the Filatowski Eye Institute. These guys are offering free LASIK consultation just to find out what you qualify for. Text 1041 to 868686 and start your journey to better vision with the Filatowski Eye Institute. You got that bad eyesight, you don't have to deal with it. And these guys have all the experience you want. Over 65,000 LASIK procedures under their belt using the latest state-of-the-art technology. And if finances is a concern, do not stress. These guys have 24-month interest-free financing waiting for you right now. Just text 1041 to 868686 and schedule your free LASIK consultation at the Filatowski Eye Institute. Your path to better vision begins right now.
Looking to hire the right employee? Find them at the Florida Jobs Now job fair, fljobsnow.com for more info.
The Players' Championship is back at TPC Sawgrass March 12th through 17th. Don't miss your chance to see the PGA Tour's top players competing on the iconic Stadium course, home to the famous Island Green 17th hole. Watch the drama unfold as the battle for the Players' Championship trophy takes place in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. Secure your spot to see defending champions Scottie Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Victor Hovland, and more today. Tickets are on sale now at theplayers.com.
Take your Valentine's experience to a whole new level this year with jewelry, flowers, candy, dinner, and a flyaway romantic getaway. All courtesy of International Diamond Center. Nothing says I love you like romantic jewelry from IDC. From a simple pendant to an exquisite designer ring, we've got a fantastic selection of affordable, timeless gifts. And this year, with any jewelry purchase at IDC of $129 or more, we're giving you some long stem roses, some delicious chocolates, and a gift card for dinner from Vito's or Fishbones. It's one-stop shopping for all things romantic. And if you really want to take it up a notch, we're also giving away island getaways. Just spend $5,000 on jewelry and you'll get a $500 airfare credit for a Caribbean vacation. Spend $10,000 on our jewelry and get 3 nights including airfare at a tropical resort. On us. Make this Valentine's one to remember. Let IDC help you with your jewelry, flowers, chocolates, dinner, and a romantic vacation. We've got it all. Happy Valentine's from International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Pucker up, Central Florida. R.C. Hill here from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi. This month, I'm on a mission to help you fall in love with a new car. So if your old ride's left you brokenhearted, kiss it goodbye and lower your monthly payment at the same time. Used cars from just $89 per month. New cars from just $189 per month. You deserve a ride that makes your heart skip a beat. So bring me your old ride and I'll get you way overpriced value for your clunker. Do other dealers leave you feeling lonely? We kiss up to the banks and lenders who want to say yes. That's what makes us your car dealer next door. Give it a try. Check out our brand new Mirage's 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. Fall in love with the award-winning 2024 Outlander with 0% for 60 months. Plus, check out our certified used cars. Monthly payments from just $89 per month. Trade-ins, kiss it goodbye. We'll pay over appraised value. So get here quick. I'm R.C. Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. See rchill.com for details. Offer absolutely ends February 29, 2024.
Hello, America. It's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you don't have Consumer Cellular yet, now is the perfect time to switch and save. For a limited time, new customers can get wireless service for as low as $15 a month for your first year. Yep, the same exact nationwide coverage as the leading carriers for $15 a month for an entire year. What are you waiting for? Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com and use code RADIO15.
See consumercellular.com/firstyear15 for promotional details.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. And now, during our President's Day sale, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery when you add any base. Ends Monday. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Hey, are you planning to get an updated COVID-19 vaccine?
Yep. I don't want to get seriously sick and miss out on spending time with friends and family.
Does it cost a lot? I don't have insurance.
If you don't have health insurance, or if your insurance doesn't cover an updated COVID-19 vaccine, you can get one for free with the Bridge Access program. Just look for places that participate in Bridge Access on vaccines.gov.
Sounds good. Bridge Access on vaccines.gov.
A message from CDC.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like the Beatles Now and Then, celebrating all things Beatles.
Together, you say goodbye.
legendary clips, deep cuts, live performances, and all their solo hits. Just open the free iHeartRadio app and search The Beatles Now and Then and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
iHeartRadio. The biggest used car selection under $20K. Leap into Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Fun fact about a manatee. There has never, ever been a recorded human attack by a manatee. Their teeth are so far back in their mouths, it is impossible for them to even bite a human.
There you go. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Oh, yeah. We'll get to it.
So we want to give you an update on the shooting at the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl parade today. 2 armed individuals have been taken into custody. Unfortunately, 1 person has died. At least 9 people are injured. 5 of those are in the hospital.
Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Your 4 o'clock keyword is money, M-O-N-E-Y. Go to realradio.fm and send that over your chance at $1,000. Need a winner. This is the last week.
Yeah.
You have today, tomorrow, and Friday to win that dough, and then it's all done. I don't know when we'll do another one, but chances are it'll be in a few weeks.
Yeah. Usually about a month.
Yeah, about a month or so. All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. We do have a question of the day. We do it every single day. By the way, if you want to check out the show live, you can go to jimcolbertlive.com and watch us do the gig on YouTube. While you're there, please give us a like, a subscribe, and a follow. We love all of those. It's a big help for us. Thank you very much. Story off of CNN Business today, and it is our question of the day. And I'll just kind of ask outright what you think the prediction is going to be. We can all play this game. The question of the day is, and I don't know how Jack worded it.
I'll tell you how.
Yeah. Give us exactly what it is, because the story is corresponds with this.
That was weird, Jack. Just a really weird flirty response.
What, hot shot? No, yeah. I'm checking to make sure, because this question, since you gave it to me early, I posted in 3 places for people to vote, so we can really get a good sample.
All right.
And the wording is identical on all 3. Did you meet your partner on a dating app?
That's right.
Okay.
It's that simple.
It's Real Radio on TikTok, Real Radio on Instagram in our story, and also in our YouTube chat.
Yeah, because the story today is that dating apps are kind of, the downloads are falling. Who do you think the king of the dating apps is?
Tinder?
Tinder is the answer.
Oh, wow.
It is the app behemoth that leads the dating market. It's shrinking, though, but virtual love, they say, isn't a dying breed quite yet. As many as 46% of online daters say they've used Tinder, according to a 2023 research poll. But that has dropped because downloads have dropped dramatically over the last couple of years. In 2014 is when Tinder was at its peak, when it was introduced.
Isn't Tinder more like the hookup app rather than a dating app?
That's what I've known it as.
Yeah, but I mean,
that's how he used it. But people, I mean, there's nothing to preclude you from continuing the relationship beyond that.
Yeah, I mean, it's on the person, not the app, for it to be a hookup app or a relationship app.
Yeah,
that's
Jim.
where it happens.
Hey, I didn't say that.
A lot.
You said that's how you use it.
Paying users of Tinder fell 8% last year, just below 10 million.
Oh, you pay?
No, I don't pay. I get it free. I've got a code. I'm joking.
No,
I didn't know you
had to pay for the service.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think you do, don't you? When you download the app. No, I don't think you pay for that.
Again, I don't know.
Yeah, you do. Paying users fell just below 8% last year to 10 million.
So if there's paying users, that probably means that there's non-paying users. I would think that there's some other feature, or maybe your profile gets pumped out more maybe if you pay for it. I have no idea.
I would say that's probably it. It just gets to more people, if I had to guess. They just kind of boost it like they do on Facebook, right? And they can do that.
I kind of wish, though, that I'd Tindered out.
Why?
Because now I'm married. I'm like, all right, well, now my jersey's up in the rafters. So like, I didn't really hit the gas on the digital thing. I say that I regret it, but I don't even regret it.
Yeah.
I was happy with my career. It was a fun time.
It said downloads are, I don't know what that was.
I don't know either, but
it felt like a eulogy.
It sounded like he's trying to get himself out of something.
Dating apps like Bumble, Grindr, Hinge, and OkCupid have cemented themselves as part of American culture, but Tinder still is still the king of the crop. It is kind of weird, though. Do you know anybody who's been in a long-term relationship that found their other on a dating app?
I'm sure I have, but I don't know their story.
That's what I'm saying. Do you know anybody who, we met on Tinder and, got married a year and a half later?
Not Tinder, but J-Date.
There you go.
Yeah, there's one.
Yeah.
And I know people who have met on Tinder, but they're no longer together.
Because the room was due.
Between TikTok, Instagram, and also our YouTube, it's relatively close.
Is it really?
Where the responding is coming in.
Yeah.
And right now it's just shy of 20% average.
Really?
Met using a dating.
Wow. Is J-Date, what is that? For Jewish?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. Tinder's, it was up to about 13 million at one point, down now to about 9. So they've had a pretty significant drop. Plenty of Fish has also seen a drop. The only one that's really gone up is Bumble. Bumble and Grindr both, and Hinge, which I've never even heard of. Those three have actually seen some increases. Tinder is the only one that has really taken a hit. But, of course, it's the biggest, so it doesn't take much to swing.
Were the other ones gay apps?
I don't know. I think Grindr's a gay app, right?
Yeah.
Grindr's specifically for gay men, right?
I've heard the name Bumble before.
Yeah, Bumble is just in general. I think Bumble is just, it's just you're dating and that's it. I think it's just it's just a dating app.
I remember years ago we were talking about one of these things, and so I grabbed the app and then had to explain to my wife why I had a dating app on my phone.
Yeah, you would definitely need to do that. It was kind of like watching that Little Dicky video that Ross had signed for What'd You Do That's New, right? So, eventually you had to say, honey, it wasn't me.
Yeah, Ross made me do it.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
It says Bumble's an online dating and networking application launched in 2014. Their matches, it's a swipe left kind of deal.
Yeah. So I thought Bumble was just like a dating thing. I thought Grindr and Tinder were like straight up hookups where that's all it was really for. It's just for like a hooking up.
Well, I mean, someone just texted us at 77031. My grandson met his wife on Tinder. They've been married now for a couple of years, and I have a great grandchild.
Damn, that's cool.
My niece met her ex-husband on Tinder.
Really? Or her ex-husband.
There you go.
But you know what? The thing is, honestly, look, if it can...
He didn't get off Tinder.
Listen, if it can do...
Oh.
If it could just produce 53% results, it would be better than just normal marriage. So it's only got to get half of it right for it to be as accurate as just meeting in the library or at the grocery store.
Man, that's sad.
So if you think about it, if the question we've posed is, did you meet your partner on a dating app, they would be considering that their current partner. So you wouldn't really get a representation of how many failed relationships came out of a dating app.
And they didn't consider Plenty of Fish, and Jenna here, I guess, is using that. Jenna, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Oh, go ahead, Jenna.
Hi.
Hey.
How's everyone doing?
Good. How are you?
Happy Valentine's Day.
I'm wonderful. Happy Valentine's Day to you all.
Well, good. Happy Valentine's Day to you as well. Did you meet somebody on Plenty of Fish?
I did. So I downloaded Plenty of Fish. My first day on it, I talked to my current husband, and he was my one and only online date. After our first date, I knew that was it. I met my person, and we've been married for 6 years, and we have a 1.5-year-old now.
That is crazy.
Jenna, so one of the things that I've never experienced online dating, but one of the biggest pros to me is that you immediately find out off of just the profile that we have 3 things in common, or, a bunch of things in common that we already agree on. Was that the case with you, that it kind of made things, a little bit more comfortable knowing that he's into that and I already know that and I'm into that?
No, that's a great point. Yeah, all of his pictures, he was at a theme park or he was skydiving and bungee jumping. So I knew that he was going to be really fun. And then our first date, it ended up being an 8-hour date, and we just talked forever and ever, and that was it.
Wow.
But that Denny waitress was pissed.
Thanks, Jenna. We appreciate it. He goes,
Happy Valentine's Day.
So mad.
Yeah.
So mad.
But and that's like one of the biggest pros is that I know that online dating gets a bad rep, but just looking at it as a human psychological thing is that she just destroyed a lot of the small talk that's like, what are you into?
Which
I already know.
Plus, it can't be any worse, Jimmy, than meeting your significant other in a bar.
Yeah, you're right. It can't be.
Or a nightclub. I mean,
it's just that we hear stories of these places just being littered with psychos on both sides of the aisle.
Well, that's Craigslist.
But that's the thing is, I think, when you look at the way popular culture deals with some of these apps, sometimes you only hear about, like with Grindr. I'm sure there have been some wonderful relationships that have spawned out of Grindr. But what do you hear about Grindr? You hear about Grindr, it's like two dudes hooking up in a fair bathroom. You don't hear about the other stories. You only hear about the nefarious part of it. That's why I think a lot of the dating apps got a really bad vibe for a long time. And I would say even Tinder, when it started, had like kind of a nefarious, kind of seedy, kind of lascivious vibe to it.
Absolutely. But I'm not going... I think the only reason why you hear about all those nefarious things is because two people falling in love and having a kid, like our last caller, doesn't really go viral.
No, you're right, it doesn't.
Oh, no, look at that. The app worked successfully.
It did what we designed it to do.
Or, how about this for getting clicks? The app is spreading STDs all throughout the Midwest or whatever. Because I remember that being tagged and definitely being connected with dating apps, of knowing that young people are hooking up. I would say Tinder probably has the most one-night stands, more than likely, in that whole hookup culture, just because they were targeting young people. What do young people do? That's what they do.
All right, 407-916-1041. There is an interesting aside to this story. Let me see if you can get it, Ross. It says this. Well, how do I frame this? Young adults age 18 to 29 are more than twice as likely as seniors to report they were blank with their partner before they started dating.
Friends
is the answer. Yeah, it's real simple, right? So, but the younger people have friendships with the people, then they start dating. Seniors really didn't look at it like that. If you were friends with somebody, according to the story, it would be more platonic, and you would never even really consider that person as a romantic partner.
Right.
They would always just be a platonic.
It's like, he's like my brother.
Yeah, you would dead armor, or something like that, or take her to a football game rather than just somewhere romantic and nice or anything like that.
I was friends with my wife for, a handful of years, I would say.
Really?
Yeah. We were both in relationships.
Oh, that's right. I do remember that.
And then our partners were like, hey,
let's swap it up.
Hey, hello.
Tag in?
Yeah. So
there you
then
go.
all of a sudden, in like a 6-month transition, we just traded.
Yeah.
So wait. Your ex and your wife's ex started dating?
Yeah. They
How long
hooked
did
up.
they last?
No, not that long.
Yeah. They did
this. If they were still together, that would be kind of
They
cool.
did the Shania thing. Yeah. It says here that Match Group, I guess, is another one of these apps, also found that its Gen Z users were seeking, quote, a lower pressure, more authentic way to find connections. Now, Gen Z is you, right?
No.
You're a millennial.
Yeah.
Gen Z we're Gen Xers.
Yeah.
Gen Z is between you or after you?
No, they're after.
After you.
They're
so
after
younger than you.
Ross.
Yeah.
They're the Zoomers.
Yeah. That they want just no pressure.
They're
They
they're the generation that everyone doesn't like, but everyone thinks is millennial.
Right, yeah.
And which, by the way, here we go, fulfilling the stereotype of every generation before us of not liking the youngest generation.
It's funny. When you think about it, what you said makes perfectly good sense. Why do dating apps get such a bad? You're right. Why? That way you don't have to go on those 70,000 first dates to find out after spending money and time that you don't have anything in common with somebody. Why knock all that out and just get right to the chase, like right off rip? I'm with you, dude.
Another amazing thing, and I'm saying this as someone who has not done this, but Plenty of Fish. Isn't Plenty of Fish Christian based?
I believe so, yeah.
What was it? You called it J-Date? J-Date, Judaism, all the Jewish people swiping right. Yeah. Right. Farmers only, all of those things. Hey, why don't we just skip all the small talk that usually takes a month?
Right, exactly. Get right to it.
And go right to
buddy,
it.
I'm with you. I'm 100 with that.
You can find somebody that you can possibly be physically attracted to that's also into fishing. Post a fishing pic. What she said wasn't even in the profile per se, typed out. It was just photos.
Right, yeah.
And they say photos, say a million words, right?
Jack, if you had to put the 3 things on your Tinder profile, what would they be?
Oh, no.
Yeah, 100%.
Do it.
The 3 things.
It'll take me a week to think of this.
No. Are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
The 3 things you would say about yourself on a Tinder profile. Just trying to, and we're not talking just on a Tinder profile to get attention, to tell people authentically what you're all about.
I got to stay home. I don't want to go out. No.
Come on. No. You're going to do it. Deb, what would be the 3 things?
I don't know.
You guys are
I can't
awful
even
at this.
fill out my bio for work.
You guys are awful at this.
I have no idea.
Exactly. We're awful at dating.
Exactly.
All right.
Funny, outgoing.
There you go.
I like golf and poker, and I like to drink good bourbon.
I'm going to start off.
Yeah.
I'm going pretty chill. Sunglass emoji guy. Second thing, really good at chilling on a couch. Parentheses, know what I mean?
Right.
Wink.
Okay.
I dominate Doritos, double parentheses.
You're right. I actually have the answer for what my profile would be.
Okay.
And third, I'm a dog person.
Father of 3, married, 26 years.
Oh, God.
Loves a good bourbon. Music from Sinatra to AC/DC.
Jack,
No.
I've already swiped.
I know what, Jack.
I pre-swiped when I saw Jack.
That's my bio for
That's
work.
bio.
Is it really?
Man.
Can you help me with mine?
Oh, snooze. Yeah, I'm going left on that. It just seems fun. Those dating apps seem like a fun time going left, right.
If Deb put up her true Tinder profile, you could see this. Like, you knock at the door, she opens the door. It's like wizard after wizard after wizard.
Yeah.
There's people. I heard
Come
you
on in, Gandalf.
I heard you like cats, miniatures, and tree houses. I am here to cast a spell with you, young lady.
Princess Robert.
That's why I don't open my door.
Exactly.
I am here to hold your hand.
And thankfully, I already have a man that loves me.
Could you imagine Deb's profile pictures? Her sitting in a chair with a cigarette, and
Two
cat, 2 cats on her lap, working on a miniature. Oh my God! In a White Sox.
How about this?
Or Cubs jersey.
Talkbacks for the rest of the day. The listeners can describe what our Tinder profile should be.
Done and done. Done and done. Go get the iHeartRadio app. Go to the microphone when you see it and leave those for us. What you think, each one of us. I mean, you can just pick one of us. You don't have to do all 4. We don't have time for that. But pick somebody on the show and give what you think their 3 Tinder profile points should be.
I was just thinking this, and I don't want to pat myself on the back too much here, but probably the funniest thing I've ever done on air was sign you up on a best friend website. and then you kept getting invitations.
And there was this one guy who was legit wanted to be my buddy. I'm like, look, Carl, I don't have time.
I signed you up on the website.
And no, Carl, you can't come down from Mississippi and stay in my house to play golf. You cannot. All
Ross, you got to put the pinky ring on yours.
All right, yeah. 407-916-1041. Don't forget, money is your 4 o'clock keyword. Get over to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at $1,000. Back in just 1 sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast on the rest of this Wednesday. If you have any sort of Valentine's Day plans, we're expecting a beautiful Wednesday. Temperatures for highs will be warming into the low and mid 70s with a good amount of sunshine on the way as well. As we look ahead, though, into tonight, we do cool things off and we keep things sunny and dry through the end of this week. However, by the weekend, we do expect the return of chilly temperatures, wind, and rain. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in an accident and would like to know the value of your case, go to forthepeople.com to see cases just like yours. You see, all lawyers are not the same. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Absolutely professionally installed. Dan, the installer, did a superior job. He's got the knowledge, expertise, got the job done expertly. Brian and Joe, who helped Dan, also did an exceptional job. Couldn't be more pleased with my install. New master bathroom and vanity. Love it. I got a second bathroom on the way. That's just one of the many 5-star Google reviews for my friends over at Rebath. Josh and Dave Denbauer are the most wonderful guys you'll ever meet. And their employees have been with them forever. Now, you got to remember, guys, this is basically a construction company, and they've had employees for 10, 12, 15 years. That never happens in that business. But they're so good at what they do, and they create such a wonderful workspace. Everybody wants to be there. And that's why you have to order from Rebath. Not only do you get that great integrity, not only do you get incredible products like natural stone, travertine, marble, and all those beautiful colors, and wonderful, extremely cool choices for bathrooms and tubs and sinks and lighting. They have it all there. You can drop by their showroom, 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Check out the models they have set up, and no, those are just the models. Their design team will design something special just for you, and you will love it. They install it in just 4 to 6 days. They do it with their employees and give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. Log on to the website, check out the before and after, see what they're doing for people, and then book your appointment because your new bathroom is right there in Altamont at rebathmidfla.com.
Get ready for our 2024 iHeart Podcast Awards, presented by The Hartford, live at South by Southwest. March 11th, we'll honor the very best in podcasting from the past year, and you'll help decide who wins Podcast of the Year. Vote now at iHeartPodcastAwards.com.
The Hartford Small Business Insurance is the presenting partner of the 2024 iHeart Podcast Awards, live at South by Southwest. To learn more or start a quote, visit thehartford.com/smallbusiness. With insurance designed for your small business, the Bucks got your back.
I had a radio listener call me after an accident. The insurance company offered him $700. He hired me that day, and we recovered $100,000. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Potential clients may not obtain same or similar results. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Very local. Powered by Wesh 2. Local news. Breaking news this morning. Original series and specials. I can't wait to go check it out. Come with me. 24/7 TV made just for you.
How awesome is this?
Download the free Very Local app now.
Make your dream of a new Pavers driveway, pool deck, beautiful patio, and artificial turf a reality with Pavers Depot. Join us at the largest Pavers showroom in Central Florida. Over 400,000 square feet in stock, including Tamron brand pavers. Pavers Depot can get your job done in just 2 weeks with a free estimate on custom installation. Visit online at paversdepot.com or call 407-839-5900. 407-839-5900. paversdepot.com.
Hello, this is Susie Essman and Jeff Garland.
I'm here.
And we are the hosts of the History of Curb Your Enthusiasm podcast. And we're going to be rewatching and talking about every single episode, and we're going to break it down. Oh, and we're going to be joined by special guests, including Larry David and Cheryl Hines, Richard Lewis, Bob Odenkirk, and so many more. And we're going to have clips, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. So listen to the History of Curb Your Enthusiasm on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Jeff Kaufman from the Injury Law Firm of Kaufman & Lind and the Under Oath podcast. A little more free advice. Any conversation you have with the insurance company after you get into an accident will be recorded. Everything you say can and will be used against you. For example, when they ask you how you're doing, these are not words of concern. These are traps to keep them from paying your medical expenses. Simply reply with, I've been told to avoid answering questions like this. It's not if, but when you get into an accident. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546.
Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft in 2023. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. Their U.S.-based restoration specialists are dedicated to helping solve identity theft issues, and all plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which means if you lose money because of identity theft, LifeLock will reimburse you to the limits of your plan. Go to LifeLock.com and save up to 25% your first year with promo code CLAY.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie. This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by R.C. Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
I met my now wife on Bumble in 2019, I believe. Bumble is more skewed towards the women. If you both like each other, the woman has to respond first. The guy can't just respond first and do things that guys do. So it's more leaning towards the women.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Do you have the news conference or out of...
yeah, I can bring that from Kansas City.
Yeah, breaking news, obviously. There was a shooting today at the parade.
Graves, Kansas City, Missouri Police Department. At the conclusion of the Chiefs rally today, there were shots fired on the west side of Union Station. Immediately, officers responded to the area, took 2 people into custody, and also immediately rendered life-sustaining aid to those victims. We're still gathering information on the number and the status of victims. But like I said, we know that one of the victims is deceased. We also know that officers ran towards danger. Officers were there to keep everyone safe. I'm angry at what happened today. The people who came to this celebration should expect a safe environment. We had over 800 law enforcement officers, Kansas City and other agencies, at the location to keep everyone safe. Because of bad actors, which were very few, this tragedy occurred.
Yeah.
Even in the presence of uniformed law enforcement officers.
This is Chief Stacy Graves out of Kansas City. The shooting is 9 injured, 1 dead. That's the information we have right now. The press conference will continue to go on. We'll give you any more updates we have.
And 2 armed people have also been taken into custody.
Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Are we getting any talkbacks for people who are suggesting the words we should use for our Tinder profiles?
Yeah, we got a few.
Uh-oh.
I don't have one for Ross yet, but I have one for the 3 of us.
Okay, let's do it.
Whose would you like first?
Let's go to Deb.
Deb's first. Here we go.
Hello, my name is Deb. I might be fat and sassy, but I'm Colombian. You don't like Lito? I cut you. So let's get it on, or shut up.
Sold!
Yeah.
Here you go.
Sold!
Yeah.
Say hello to my little friend.
Now, will the typing also be very difficult to understand?
Here's mine.
Jack's bio is so easy. 3 things. Yankees, Springsteen, and Aldi. If you ain't into any of those 3, step off.
Step off, she says. Step
Another
off.
perfect one.
She brought it back to 89.
He is that defensive about Aldi.
He's very defensive about Aldi.
All right. The Aldi email list.
Okay, this one's coming in. It's a little old school for Jimmy, but here we go.
Okay, Dirty Jim's Tinder profile. Food snob, goat rope champion, and has more hands or fingers on his hands than teeth in his mouth.
There you go. Oh, God.
I felt the love.
Oh, God.
You know, at first I was like, oh, man, I didn't get one. And then after that, I was like, I'm pretty stoked that I didn't get one.
Oh, we had and this one just came in, Ross.
Oh.
Jim's Tinder profile. Number 1. Same size shoe for 23 years. Number 2. Flossing is for losers. Number 3. I get what I want and I don't have to present a coupon.
Did you say that yesterday?
I did not say. I don't even know. Can I tell you? I don't know where any of that. I am a borderline obsessive flosser. I floss a lot. My gums are not happy about it.
Is the same shoe size for 23 years?
Yeah, let's talk about that. Why are you proud of that?
I don't get that.
I don't get that either.
Or is that like you're an adult 23 years into adulthood? Because when your feet stop growing.
I don't know.
But there's that foot, that relationship that people think that is there.
So why are you telling all of our listeners that?
People think
I'm
it's
not
there.
telling anybody anything. This is this guy making it up. What are you even talking
It
about?
just sounds like you're just roaming around the streets of Central Florida telling people and being proud that your shoe size hasn't grown.
Hey, you. Hey, you, sir. Yeah, same. 23 years. Shoe size.
And counting.
And counting. You'll be the same next week, too. Yeah, I don't know what that guy's talking about.
I mean,
people are drunk.
But what would be? Here's the real question when it comes to Tinder profile.
I'm jealous.
Tinder profile is Tinder schmo file.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
okay.
It's all about the pics.
All right.
So what pic are you going with, Jim?
I don't even know what you're talking about. The one that just came up. Which one do I choose?
Yeah, your Tinder profile. What would be your profile picture?
Oh, my profile photograph.
It would have to be the one of him smoking a cigar with his headphones in the bathtub.
Oh, no, not ever will that happen.
That's the photo that I used on that best friend website that I
and
signed.
that's why Carl kept emailing
That
you.
is never going to happen.
Yeah,
I had a buddy, Jason, take some pictures of me back in the day. I'll probably use one of those.
Well, how back in the day?
Yeah, back in the day doesn't work.
Yeah, back in the day, it's like a few years ago. I look exactly the same.
Did you
It's
have
just
hair?
showing some
Yeah,
chest hair. I'm showing it, dude. I'm way unbuttoned because it is a fluffy love blanket. That's what it is. Yeah, no.
A love blanket?
It's a fluffy love blanket.
But is it a love blanket like the way that the Pilgrims were like, hey?
No, it's I shave
this is safe.
and then glue it to a thing to make a blanket out of it for my lovely wife. She loves it.
This just in.
Okay.
Jimmy might have to add a few years to his Tinder profile because otherwise he might get reported for incorrect age.
Ooh, that was mean.
Oh, my God. Now I realize
Jack,
why we do this.
the ouch was tinged with happiness, so you're gonna want to dial that down.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what they're saying. I'm just hitting play. I don't know what they're saying.
Sure. Not screening those at all, right? That's what any responsible producer would do. Just let random audio on the air. I mean, no reason to check it at all. You're the worst. Can I tell you, you're the worst liar I've ever met in my life.
I didn't see any curses.
All right, 407.
I know you said ouch, but what we heard was, oh, sucks to be you.
A new one. Let's just spin the chamber and fire. Let's go.
I got one for each of you. Jim Colberts would say, bald and beautiful. Jax would say, I want to ride my bicycle. Ross's would say, I like to drive fast.
Oh, yeah.
And Deborah, I will kill you.
Oh, my God. But, Deborah, they got you for murder everywhere.
I know.
Smart people.
If your profile pic,
Leave me alone.
If there was a picture of you on a dating website and it said, I'll kill you, that would work.
Oh, yeah.
So
you would be
are you kidding?
inundated.
Yes, I would.
They'd probably send you checks first. Here's $1,000. Just keep me in mind. I want you to murder me later.
I just want to be on any of your lists.
Right, exactly. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Got a freshie for you. Keyword coming up at 5 o'clock. Stay tuned. More of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Drivers in the Orlando area can expect activity eastbound on I-4 this afternoon, where the left lane is blocked at Lee Road. Backups start all the way back from Princeton Street, causing major delays on the interstate. Still looking at your normal slowdowns between Osceola Parkway and Sand Lake, as well as between World Drive and the 429. If you see other traffic problems this afternoon, make sure you're calling the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Amtrak. No one does spring travel like Amtrak. That's because now more kids ages 2 to 12 ride for 50% off. So not only will you travel comfortably, you'll save too. Book now at Amtrak.com. Restrictions apply.
Mortgage applications are soaring in the beginning of 2024, and you don't want to be left out. That mortgage guy, Don, has been helping people with their mortgage needs for over 20 years, including myself. That mortgage guy, Don, will truly work tirelessly to help with your purchase or refinance. And you know, that mortgage guy, Don, is a mortgage expert with 23 years of experience, and he's also a U.S. Army veteran. The first step is to start your application, and you can get that done at thatmortgageguydon.com. And working with that mortgage guy, Don, is peace of mind right there at your fingertips. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Join the future dreamers and achievers for a celebration of the arts at the Orlando Museum of Art. Their purpose is to support performing arts education through concerts, workshops, and scholarships. And you can be a part of this unique night that'll feature singers, dancers, musicians, comedy, and lots of surprises. Hosted by comedian James Yan, entrepreneur Jennifer Yan, and former Wesh 2 news anchor Jim Payne. Saturday, February 17th at 7 p.m. at the Orlando Museum of Art. Get tickets and more info at futuredna.org.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Hey everyone, it's Joe Montana. Spreading the word about pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can be life-threatening. If you're 65 or older like me, you're at increased risk. So, what's the game plan? A strong defense. Pneumococcal pneumonia can strike at any time in any season, so you shouldn't wait to help protect yourself. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about vaccination today and learn more at knowpneumonia.com. That's KNOW pneumonia.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey homeowners, Russ Rollins here to talk to you about something serious, your power bill. Last summer was tough, but this year could be even worse. So don't wait until the last minute to get protection and savings from solar power and backup power. Solar Source has a new pay-as-you-go solar package that lets you start with an affordable base system and add solar panels over time. Plus, their pay-as-you-go battery backup is awesome, and it lets you add critical backup power as you go. Schedule a free consultation at solarsource.com/monsters. Get ready for a stress-free summer.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Take your Valentine's experience to a whole new level this year with jewelry, flowers, candy, dinner, and a flyaway romantic getaway. All courtesy of International Diamond Center. Nothing says I love you like romantic jewelry from IDC. From a simple pendant to an exquisite designer ring, we've got a fantastic selection of affordable, timeless gifts. And this year, with any jewelry purchase at IDC of $129 or more, we're giving you some long stem roses, some delicious chocolates, and a gift card for dinner from Vito's or Fishbones. It's one-stop shopping for all things romantic. And if you really want to take it up a notch, we're also giving away island getaways. Just spend $5,000 on jewelry and you'll get a $500 airfare credit for a Caribbean vacation. Spend $10,000 on our jewelry and get 3 nights including airfare at a tropical resort. On us. Make this Valentine's one to remember. Let IDC help you with your jewelry, flowers, chocolates, dinner, and a romantic vacation. We've got it all. Happy Valentine's from International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
If you have city water, you might not know this, but it's got all kinds of chlorine, chemicals, and all kinds of nastiness in it, which really isn't healthy for you and your family. So get cleaner water with purewaterchanges.com. Call my buddy Bobby at 407-MY-WATER, and he'll save some money because you won't have to buy bottled water anymore. Schedule a free, no obligation to purchase in-home water inspection and demonstration, and you'll receive a free reverse osmosis system valued at $1,799. Installation required. All homeowners must be present. That's purewaterchanges.com, 407-MY-WATER.
Here's a top move for hiring a divorce attorney. See how they look and handle themselves on video or audio. Chances are that's them at their best, with editing, setup, and multiple takes. The courtroom is live. Mediation is live. Make sure your divorce lawyer is going to make you look good. At Trenley Kramer Law, we handle family law and divorce. TK Law, one firm for life.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Now back to the Jim Colbert Show.
This one's for Ross. Number 1, I'm hilarious. Number 2, I'm also the nicest guy you'll ever meet. Number 3, don't let that fool you. Kathy Paget will kill you.
Boom, nailed it. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Credit, by the way, C-R-E-D-I-T is your 5 o'clock keyword. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. When you get to the website, it'll tell you exactly what to do. Here's what I'll tell you to do. Keep your phone near, keep it on. And if it rings and you see a number that you do not recognize, if you're in the game, you got to pick it up.
Yes.
That's
and
how
keep the volume up.
That's right. That's how they tell you you've won. So, again, credit is your 5 o'clock keyword. C-R-E-D-I-T. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
And Jack. And Ross as well.
Jesus.
I don't know. Satchmo just dropped by.
I'm mad at Tanya in Tulsa.
Are you really?
Why?
What
She
happened?
was a 3 o'clock winner.
Oh, was she really?
No, Tanya in Tulsa.
Oh,
not
okay.
our.
No, I mean,
That's why I'm mad
the
at her.
people listen from all over, so
Ugh.
I thought you were being a little sarcastic. I thought you were being jacktastic there.
No.
Jacktastic.
There is a massive crime spree going on in Orlando, and you actually may have committed this crime and didn't even know it because you could have done the same thing 2 years before and nothing happened.
Tolls. God, I'm good.
Not tolls.
Next topic.
Not
No,
tolls.
riding Sunrail for free.
That's not it either.
You're giving money to the homeless.
That's not it.
Parking.
Feeding the homeless?
Parking is the answer.
Yeah, right, Jack.
Orlando has had a massive increase in parking tickets. Now, a lot of people are going, now hold on for a second. I've been parking in the same spot for a while now, and I've never gotten a ticket. Why all of a sudden am I getting a ticket? They issued over $1 million worth of parking citations last year alone.
There's
the city
your
of Orlando.
answer. $1 million.
There is a reason this is happening, and it's funny because there's a certain group of people that are pretty pissed off about it. Who do you think is getting hit by this a lot, and how it's changing the game for them a little bit?
Not Uber. Uber Eats.
Yeah, it's DoorDash and Uber Eats. So what happens is, as these guys pull up, and by the way, this business is insane. Have you ever heard of Cavos?
Yeah.
C-A-V-O-S, right?
Mm-hmm.
They do the bowls, healthy kind of food, delicious food, by the way. You guys are doing a great job out there. And they're popping up everywhere. It's wonderful. It's affordable. It's healthy. Good job, guys.
Is it? Okay.
And it has become like the hip thing. Like it's the new Stanley Cup of eating. I don't know if you guys have known that. These things pop up, and every hipster within 17 miles is drawn like a fly to a light, right? So we pop into the one the other night, and we're sitting there. My wife and I met after her Pilates class. After the show, we met up in Oviedo. Cavo's up there.
Cava.
Cavas.
C-A-V-A?
Yeah, Cavas, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, yeah.
So because there is a Cavo.
Yeah, they're great as well. That's the one downtown.
That's
supposed to be the best cheesesteak in Orlando.
Thornton Park.
And the best onion soup in Orlando, I heard as well.
Yeah.
I agree.
So with that said, this Cavas place has become really, really popular. My wife and I are sitting there eating. And guys, if I'm exaggerating a little bit, come in here and smack me. We watched sit down, Jack. We watched.
I was already getting up, Jack, and I'm closer.
We watched it was a train load, a cavalcade of delivery people coming in and out of that door so often, and I'm not kidding, that the door barely shut for 25 minutes we were there. There were so many. They would bring orders out. Now, there were a few people in the restaurant, but the restaurant was frantic filling orders, and 5 people in the entire restaurant. It was all these to-go orders. And so what happens is these people, regardless of where it is, but these people pull up, the drivers, and they just park wherever. And by the way, much like when Publix kind of eradicated that shopping thing, it was ruining a bunch of, and they didn't eradicate it, but they changed that a lot. It was ruining the shopping experience for people who were going to Publix because these drivers, these DoorDash people, were going in and shopping for people. And of course, they get paid by the dime, by the minute though. And they just, the faster they can get the order together, the faster they can get the next order.
And that means running over you if you're in the aisle while they're trying to Instacart.
It was a joke, but what's happening is in Orlando, as these people pull up and they park, and they go in and maybe wait 4 or 5 minutes for an order to get done or whatever.
Here comes the tow truck.
They're getting tagged with tickets. They're not towing them.
Oh, okay.
They're just giving them a parking ticket, $30, $40 or whatever. But, I mean, you think about this. If you're delivering 8, 10, 12, 15, 20 meals in a shift, and you have an opportunity to get one like every time if you can't legally park, and some of these, imagine doing this for Chick-fil-A.
Oh.
Imagine trying to find a parking space in almost any Chick-fil-A in Central Florida to run in and grab a DoorDash order and take it off. I mean, you would have to park a block, 2 blocks away sometimes. But that's what's happening.
I kind of feel for the Uber drivers in this situation.
And by the way, they're making a legitimate argument here. I mean, they're like, look, man, I mean, there's got to be some way that we can come to an agreement here because, I mean, we have a business to run, and they're really not breaking the law per se. They're not parking there for days.
No, but they're still, parking temporarily where they're not supposed to. But I also respect the Uber drivers' wishes of like, this is a speed game. The more food I get within an hour,
right?
And if you start telling me that I have to park upwards to 10 minutes away to walk in,
yep.
And now I have to wait because the food isn't ready. So now that's another 10 minutes. Now I have a 10-minute walk back. That's 30 minutes that just simply put did not exist.
And then when I got there is the $35 parking ticket.
Yeah. So, So
not only are you not going to get paid for the trip that just took you half an hour, you got to make 5 other trips and hopefully not get another parking ticket so you can pay that parking ticket.
I mean, all these restaurants outside of fast food, but all the ones that you just said, they weren't built with the idea of Uber Eats in mind. Every restaurant has adapted.
And somebody said that Chick-fil-A has parking spaces for them, but it can't be enough. I mean, I know that McDonald's does it as well, but it can't be enough. I mean, every Chick-fil-A, you can barely get in there to begin with. I mean, we went to the one out in Sanford, right off of Highway 46 and I-4 the other day, and guys, it was insane. It was like somebody just jumped on social media and said, "Hey, we're giving out free money." That's what it looked like. It looked like people were piling in there to get free money. It was that packed. I couldn't imagine trying to get my car in there, get to an Uber order, and then get that to the person who paid for it in a relatively good amount of time and not have anything happen. You would have to park it on the side of the road out there to get it.
It's interesting how popular it is considering how prices have risen.
How expensive it is.
And how expensive it is just to go in and eat now. Where you see, I mean, the latest stories, a lot of viral stories about McDonald's, how it's, I mean, that value meal for one person is now over $10.
Yeah.
Where that was, ridiculous, not
like
even
$5.
So I've got a chart a little bit coming up. Well, actually, we can talk about it a little bit now, but it's what inflation is actually affecting in your budget, what it's actually affecting. You hear a lot on media, but these people actually did the studies, and it's what actually is going up in price. Well, I'll tell you exactly what it is, and you're going to be kind of surprised. Hold on 1 second. Let me find it here. There we go. And the one thing I thought was kind of interesting, they do a chart here. What do you think the top 5 things that inflation is affecting the most, the top 5 costs in your daily life that inflation right now is actually affecting the most?
Food.
Yeah, groceries.
Okay, so not groceries, but food. Restaurant meals are the 3rd highest inflation target right now. 5.1% more than you were paying just a few years ago for food of any sort when you dine out.
All right,
so you weren't just extra hungry.
No.
Yeah.
Rent is number 1.
Yeah.
Rent has gone up 6.1% on average. In some places, it's way more. Of course, we know Florida, it's way more.
Well, that's okay. Rent isn't that important, right?
No.
Yeah.
Well, you got to remember, shelter comes in twice on this list. You're talking just rent. Housing is number 5. So rent and housing, all shelter for human beings, is up 5.5% on average. And the other one is right up your alley, Deb. And
cigarettes.
It's funny. And this is a funny one because
whiskey.
No one's talked about this. Ooh. No, it's really close to your heart.
animals?
Pet products.
Oh.
Pet products and pet food has gone up almost 5%. So you're paying more. You're paying more for the dog that you're barely keeping alive, Jack.
So the kidney special, renal special dog food, 8.5 pound bag, $54.
Holy yeah!
8.5 pound bag.
It's almost weed prices.
That's a couple weeks there.
Yeah, you need a dog food plug.
Yeah.
That's wild. I real fast, Jim. I asked my friend who owns a restaurant before I threw this out here about Uber Eats, and I always ask him about it when I'm over at his restaurant because I think it's such an interesting topic where he has Uber Eats, and every time I'm at his restaurant, he's busy. Ding, 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 Uber Eats. And he goes, I hate to love it and I love to hate it because it is helping keep the business afloat.
Right.
But what not a lot of people know about is the cut that Uber Eats takes from the restaurant. So
and the drivers.
Well, every time. Well, the drivers are making money. And you would also say that the restaurant is still making money, but they make a lot less money compared to somebody walking in.
Yeah.
Because Uber Eats goes, that wouldn't have happened without us. We're the middleman.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And they're right. Unfortunately, they're right. If the people do not want to come into your restaurant and eat, they're not gonna. You're gonna have to just give them a discount for not doing it.
But you can strike back on Uber Eats because I've said this before, and I'll double down again.
Yeah.
If you go on your Uber Eats app right now, there's always BOGO deals. Always BOGO deals. It's the Uber Eats deals that you can only get at that restaurant through Uber Eats. Don't get it delivered. Get it for pickup and still get that deal. Now, a lot of the entrees that you're around is BOGO, and you didn't have that delivery fee.
2 for 1 play.
2 for 1 still works. Check it out.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Credit is your 5 o'clock keyword, CREDIT. Again, get over to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at winning $1,000. Back with our buddy Scott Maxwell from the Orlando Sentinel next here on the Jim Colbert Show.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
Did you know in certain countries, for one in the Netherlands, if you are disabled, they give you a budget to hire prostitutes to have sex with you if you're a disabled person.
You have to be a citizen.
You're asking for a friend?
The news junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
Delays continue this afternoon eastbound on I-4 due to a crash blocking the left lane near Lee Road, with backups starting all the way back from Princeton Street. A serious accident has closed all southbound lanes on the Greenway at Moss Park Road, causing major backups on the toll road. If you see other traffic problems today, make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Jim Colbert Show question of the day. It's posted. We want you to chime in. We'll talk about it a little later in the program. It's brought to you by WeAreNotTheBanks.com. Brad Siebert at WeAreNotTheBanks.com. Not the banks, better than the banks, because their sole focus at We Are Not the Banks is mortgages. Getting you the mortgage for your next home. Is 2024 the year you move into your dream home? Maybe it's the year you refinance your home, take advantage of some of the equity you have in your current domicile. We Are Not the Banks can help. I did a refi with them several years ago. Fast, easy, got a great rate, and I got the whole process started by going online to wearenotthebanks.com. All types of loans, VA loans, conventional loans, jumbo loans of all sizes. Brad is the expert. He can guide you through this process. Again, the website to get started, wearenotthebanks.com. NMLS ID number 66247, equal housing opportunity.
Cento Family Moving and Storage is Central Florida's trusted source for local and long-distance moving. From packing to delivery, Cento Moving is fully licensed and insured to provide you a seamless moving experience so you can enjoy your new home in no time. Get a quote today at centomoving.com. Forget the stress, move with the best.
Don't miss the Players' Championship, March 12th through 17th in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. Invite your friends and family to enjoy the ultimate fan experience, complete with views of the famous Island Green, front row access to the PGA Tour's best players, and a one-of-a-kind atmosphere. Don't miss out on a bucket list trip to TPC Sawgrass. Secure your spot at the iconic stadium course today. Tickets are on sale now at theplayers.com.
Your neighborhood Tools Ace Hardware has everything you need to get ready for spring. Now through February 29th, get the best prices on made-for-Florida Sunnyland fertilizers, Miracle Grow soils, Roundup weed and grass killers, yard tools, and more. Cypress mulch is 4 for $10 all month long. And don't forget to bring in your Steel outdoor power equipment to one of Tools Ace Hardware's 10 service centers for a spring tune-up. Tools Ace Hardware has 12 convenient locations in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store delivery or pickup. And be sure to look for our brand new Tools Ace Hardware store coming to Hamlin soon.
Are allergies holding you back? Take control with Aspire Allergy and Sinus, your one-stop solution for a breath of fresh air. Our expert team offers comprehensive allergy testing and cutting-edge treatments so you can enjoy life without the hassles of sneezing and sniffles. Say goodbye to allergy and sinus struggles and hello to a healthier, happier you. Go to AspireAllergy.com today to ditch those temporary fixes and schedule your appointment. That's AspireAllergy.com.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Make your dream of a new Pavers driveway, pool deck, beautiful patio, and artificial turf a reality with Pavers Depot. Join us at the largest Pavers showroom in Central Florida. Over 400,000 square feet in stock, including Temron brand pavers. Pavers Depot can get your job done in just 2 weeks with a free estimate on custom installation. Visit online at paversdepot.com or call 407-839-5900. 407-839-5900. paversdepot.com.
Hey, what's good, guys? This is Angel from the Monsters. You guys know I love to cook on my Big Green Egg. Why? It's impressive, and everything turns out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you got to go to Wassey's Meat Market and get a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories, everything that you need. They have the classroom set up so you can teach you the basic techniques on the Big Green Egg and advanced techniques on the Big Green Egg as well. When you get the Big Green Egg from Wassey's Meat Market, there's a lifetime guarantee, so check them out. It's Wassey's Meat Market. Check them on Instagram or go to their website, Wassey'sMeatMarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassey's Meat Market.
Hi, everyone. I'm Paul Anka.
And I'm Skip Bronson.
What happens when two old friends take their decades of experience in the business and sit down with our buddies?
You get Our Way, a brand new show from iHeart Podcast where we chop it up with our pals about everything under the sun.
Hear amazing guests like Jason Bateman, Michael Bublé, Mark Burnett, and many more as they sit down with Paul and Skip.
This is our podcast, and we're going to do it our way.
Listen to Our Way on the iHeart Radio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Use car payments for $99 a month. See the cars when you leap online to OrlandoNissan.com.
Radio 104.1.
At work, just pretend you're on a Zoom call with us. Your mic is off. Your mic is off. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Credit is your 5 o'clock keyword, CREDIT. Be sure you get over to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. We need a winner before we get out of here this week, guys. This is the last week of the contest. Let's get some winners out there. Credit is your 5 o'clock keyword. Good luck. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Yo.
Jack is here.
What?
And so is Ross.
It's true.
Every Wednesday around this time, we invite our good friend Scott Maxwell to drop by.
Sweetie.
He writes for the Orlando Sentinel. You can read him Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. You can also find him online every day on X, Twitter, however you want to say it, at
Twitter.
Scott_Maxwell, good and loud for a good friend, Mr. Scott Maxwell.
Happy Valentine's Day, guys. I was enjoying listening to your plans for the evening at the beginning of the show.
Were you really? What do you have going tonight, Big Dog?
We're just going out to dinner. Nothing too fancy, but a place around the hood.
Around the hood? A place I may know about?
Actually, a place much closer to your hood than your old hood than my hood, in Baldwin Park. Yeah,
oh, nice.
Yes.
Well, enjoy yourself. That's nice. Your lovely wife is an absolute wonder of a human being. And I'm sure that you guys... Now, are you guys been together a while, right? Like 25, 30 years?
Yeah, 26. Hold on. Math. She's going to be downstairs. 96. Yeah, 20.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, 28.
Yeah, 28 years. So
Did you say 1996 was the year you got married?
Over 25 is you're fine. I mean, just if you made it over 25. So, do you guys, after being together so long, do you guys still, hold Valentine's Day very special?
No.
You don't really?
No. I mean, we made dinner reservations. My wife got me a card.
Did you get her a card?
No, I made dinner reservations.
Oh, come on, Scott.
This is like,
she's buying.
It mirrored my relationship. This is exactly what we did.
Honest to God, I don't think if before I told my wife I'd gotten dinner reservations this morning, I don't think I would have gotten the card. I'm just saying it had that freshly post 4 p.m. purchase smell to it.
Yeah. It's funny. When couples have been together a while, they look at it one way or the other. Either they keep that thing going, or they just kind of go, "Oh, that's for the rookies." And my wife and I went through that stage around the 15-year mark. We're like, you know what? We don't really need to celebrate the Valentine's Day thing. We just like give each other a kiss, maybe a card or something, and we kind of went on our way. And about 2 years after that, we were like, no, we should probably celebrate this.
So I think we found sort of the middle. Like what I got tired of is you like even your favorite restaurants, a lot of them move over to this prefix menu kind of thing on Valentine. And I'm all about prefix normally, but I'd like to order what I want to order, or choose a prefix I want. So, yeah, I did find that a lot of them started to become a little bit more of a to-do. Don't blame restaurateurs for, going all out on the big days. But, yes, we've sort of found what I call the middle ground. I did laugh when I heard Jack acting like he could not remember whether he purchased or made cards for his wife in the past, because I think any of us who know Jack know what he did whenever it was an opportunity.
I've done both.
Yeah.
In the past, I've done both.
Yeah, you either
shoebox section.
No, my favorite is you take that white piece of paper, fold it in half, and then you cut like half a heart, and you open it up, it's a heart. Yeah,
wow, man.
That's what we did in second grade, Jack.
Let's go.
That's what we did in second grade.
That's where I learned this skill.
Jack, if anybody
She's a
knows how
lucky
to
girl.
express, such a lucky girl.
Lucky
I mean,
girl.
really, man.
That's so romantic. I got a hand turkey.
Yeah. Hey, and Bogo Whitman's.
Yeah.
So what's going on, buddy? I read your piece today, and it was a spicy number. This, you know what the funny thing is? This is almost like a who's the guy that writes all the lawyer mysteries?
Grisham.
Yeah, this is almost like it's almost like a Grisham novel. It comes off like that. It's like this is the seediest. These are the kind of politics you hear about
and
like
hate
in other cities. You're like, oh my God, did you hear what happened in Portland? And then boom, right here in Orange County.
I hadn't thought about that, but you are right. And that there are aspects of the part of why I think, and I did not hold back, I was not terribly restrained in my column today, is because this was something I had never seen before. And that's saying something. I've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, ghost candidates and all the other stuff we've seen. We're not saying anything.
So the backdrop to bring your listeners up to speed is we've talked about this a million times. There's a ton of money that the counties give to the tourism marketing machines, in this case, Visit Orlando. About $100 million a year. I think that's more than they need. I think the industry should contribute more, as I think we discussed last week, than 2.8% of the budget. That's all the hotels and theme parks contribute to Visit Orlando. Taxpayers do the rest. But whatever, we've talked about this before. For the first time in like the history of Orange counties, like since we were Mosquito County, county commissioners started saying, you know what, maybe we should give that organization a trim. Just a trim. Now, they were only getting like $20 million a few years ago. Now they're getting 100. Well, the industry freaked out. They said they wanted every, the hotel and theme park industry, they want every dollar still going to Visit Orlando. So all of a sudden, Linda Stewart, who's a Democratic state senator from Orlando, files a bill that says no county commission or this county commission can trim their spending to a tourist organization without a supermajority of the vote. And now you're getting technical and you're thinking, what does that mean? What it would mean is you'd have to get 5 out of 7 commissioners to say they wanted to take money away from tourism. I've been here 25 years and you can rarely get 1 county commissioner to say. This was like the first time, this was landmark to have several commissioners say, you know what, maybe they're getting too much money. So they try, basically, if you can't win during the rules of the game, you change the rules. And she filed a bill that said now it's going to be harder for county commissioners to ever cut the money to visit Orlando. That already looked a little shady. But this is what I was telling you about and hinting at last week. Our reporter did a public records request for all the texts and found out that this legislation that Democratic State Senator Linda Stewart filed was not written by Democratic State Senator Linda Stewart. It was written by a lobbyist for the Hotel and Lodging Association. And he wrote it and he sent it to the county, to her office, and she filed it as her own. So I think already you're going to find a lot of people who are like, hey, you know what I'd like? I'd like my public officials to be representing me, not lobbyists.
Right, yeah.
Well, what made it even shadier, and I think sort of escalated it to that 5-star Grissom sort of level thing you're talking about, is the lobbyist who wrote this bill to hamstring the Orange County is actually also the lobbyist for Orange County. Orange County taxpayers pay him $72,000, his firm, Gray Robinson, $72,000 a year to represent Orange County. He's the one that wrote the legislation, or that helped to write the legislation, to try to kneecap the county.
Wow. Is that criminal?
And in one of the texts, he says to her, please don't mention my name in connection to this, smiley face emoji.
I was going to say, don't forget the smiley face emoji, Scott.
Here's the deal. You have to vote performance over party. Linda Stewart, Democrat.
Yep.
Does she deserve to be reelected with this behavior?
Yeah.
Performance over party.
I want to know what, because in reading your article, Scott, when you mentioned that on Sunday you had sent a note to County Mayor Jerry Demings, that's the side of the story that I really wanted to be a fly on the wall. How quickly did he get back to you after you sent him that note?
That's a great question, Deb, because I told my wife, I sent him a note around 2 o'clock, and I knew I had all the texts for a week, and I was just waiting for the story to appear in print, and then I was going to email him about it. And I sent him a note around a few minutes after 2 p.m. Keep in mind, this is Super Bowl Sunday.
Right.
And it was about 60 minutes. It was about 1 hour on a Sunday when he shot a note back to me, and he was pissed. And I've had my differences with the mayor on some things, but he said exactly what I thought. He said, this is wholly unethical. We're paying a lobbyist to hamstring us in this case. It's a conflict of interest. He said this guy did not disclose that he was doing this to me. Doing this to the county. And then he said there will be consequences, and he even invoked the bar. Which he didn't get into too many specifics, but I mean, keep in mind, Gray Robinson is a law firm. There are lots of rules about lawyers and conflicts of interest. And even if you're not a lawyer, I was kind of stunned to find out Florida has a professional lobbyist association. This behavior seems to violate those guys' ethics. That's right, lobbyist ethics.
What?
I don't know how bad you have to screw up to violate lobbyist ethics.
Unheard of. You know, the funny thing is, in the context of the article, she tried to defend the actions and said that this stuff kind of happens all the time, and there's nothing shady about these relationships. They just kind of happen to be friends.
Yes. So. So first of all, I'm not sure I take that.
That's the lie chuckle we do, by the way, Scott. I don't know if you know.
I'm not sure I take that at face value, but let's just go ahead and take that at face value for a moment. Really? This state has 22 million people in it, and your friend just happens to be the lobbyist for the Hotel and Lodging Association?
And they made a statement in a context of a text basically letting you know they both knew that this was like below board. They both knew it. That one context said, hey, keep this on the DL.
Yeah, exactly. Don't mention my name as part of this.
I mean,
and he says he was not representing the Hotel and Lobbying Association. He says he was not representing anybody. In fact, that he was just acting on his own as a friend. But the one other text that was in there that I didn't even mention was that 3 days after Linda Stewart files a bill drafted in part by Gray Robinson Law Firm, another lobbyist from Gray Robinson says, hey, I have a check for you. When can I deliver it to you?
Right.
Now, they say that's a coincidence too, that the check they were delivering 3 days after she filed the legislation that they drafted for her to file had nothing to do with that legislation.
Well, I'm just wondering if you're another client of Gray Robinson and you're reading this report in the Sentinel about how one is robbing Peter to pay Paul, and you're a client, you'd be like, I want some assurances that the contract that I signed, that you're honoring that and you're not backdooring another deal. If I were a client there, I would be very concerned.
Oh, there's a lot of people getting backdoored.
Smiley face emoji.
If I was the law firm, I'd be offering a refund for what you paid at least recently, and maybe for the term of the contract. And once again, when we talk about who paid, it's us. It's taxpayers. They're the ones in Orange County who paid for this. And you're right, Deb, because I think what a lot of people would take away was at least that there's a priority among clients here. and it sounds like Orange County, even though they were paying $72,000, was not the top priority.
Right. Now, Scott, in the context of Linda's statement, when she wrote back, she did say that none of this was illegal. Now, again, we didn't talk about unethical. I think she maybe even mentioned that as well. Is it illegal? Are there criminal charges here, or is
No. And in fact, I don't think there's anything even probably that comes near that for Linda Stewart. I mean, I guess a politician can say, yes, I had a lobbyist write this bill to protect the industry that he's representing. I mean, then it's up to voters,
right?
As Jack has said.
Yeah.
I think there are some ethical, and I won't presume to speak about the bar complaint that Jerry Demings mentioned, but I think there are for the law firm / lobbyist who seems to have a conflict here.
Scott, I believe we saw this with that solar bill that was designed to hamstring the solar industry, where it was FP&L, their lobbyists wrote it for the Jacksonville lawmaker.
That's exactly what I was thinking about when this whole thing came up. It's the same exact scenario.
It's like, here's the law.
And you have to go back.
Here's what we'd
You have to go back with why that's so bad, because whenever these guys file these pieces of legislation, we or watchdogs will read it and say, this looks like it's meant to benefit an industry. And they'll say, oh, no. This is the result of a policy decision and discussion that we had. And then you find out time and again that the industry actually wrote the bill. The laws in the state we live in are being written by the deep-pocketed industries who benefit from them. That probably happens more than we'd like to admit, and it's a damn good thing whenever it gets exposed. So you can say, but this one, where the paying client is being hosed by the bill, I've never seen before.
What district does she represent?
Oh, I don't even know the number. They've changed them, but it's mostly Orange County.
Mostly Orange County.
Yeah, her county.
Yeah.
Her county, her constituents,
Wow.
the
And
people who paid for this bill.
she used to be a county commissioner.
That's what
that's the other thing. I liked her when she was a county commissioner. Hell, when I would write about excessive spending at the convention center, Linda Stewart was often one of the people who would say, hey, we're spending too much and we need to bird dog this. But I just think, under the best possible light, these guys go to Tallahassee and they're just inundated by lobbyists and special interests, and they forget. I mean, you tell me this, Jim, this bill was meant to protect Visit Orlando, right? Who gets elected and thinks that, what my goal is when I get to Tallahassee? Not to look out for teachers, not for cops, not for working moms. I think the tourism lobby really needs a stronger voice in the Florida legislature.
It's insane.
And also, it almost provides cover for them as well to say, well, look, we'd like to reconsider how we use tourism tax dollars, but it's almost impossible to do that now.
That's exactly. I have often said these guys slap handcuffs on their own wrists and then go, "Oh my gosh, our wrists are tied."
Yeah.
Can't do anything.
Gets me so.
Yeah.
Have a Rice
face
Krispie
emoji.
treat, Scott.
So what's the fallout? Is there follow up? Have you heard from the law firm?
I believe. I guess we don't know how far Jerry, the mayor, is going to go with his consequences that he vowed in terms of the bar. I do believe that the Gray Robinson lobbying contract is coming up again soon. I would not be renewing that if I was them. But
No.
we'll see.
So how do we fight fire with fire here? How do we get lobbyists that are anti-lobbyists? Can we lobbyist the lobbyists?
Well, you're getting at one last point that I think is just probably one of the most revolting parts of this overall story. Why do orange counties and cities have to employ lobbyists in the first place? If you think about it, it's pretty, I was about to say a bad word on Valentine. It's pretty screwed up.
I so wish, my dream is to have to dump you.
I haven't been dumped in a long time, and now that's gonna happen. But think about how screwed up that is, that these people are basically telling you, your locally elected officials are telling you that their state elected officials will not listen to them unless there's a paid middleman, usually with a campaign check, operating between the two. That's messed up.
Yeah. Now, I saw another name that I recognize in the context of this story, but I couldn't figure out if he was part of the action or not. That would have been Robert Stewart. I think he is like College Park area, has been there for a while. I've talked to him a number of times with working with him with Crime Line and Detective Barb. The
one in our story is his son.
Okay, gotcha.
His son is a lobbyist. In this case, the Robert Stewart Jr. you were talking about, he was the check deliverer that I was referring to. After the main lobby, Chris Carmody wrote the bill and handed it to Linda Stewart's, and she filed it 3 days later. Robert Stewart Jr. said, hey, we have a check for you. When can we make the handoff? Which, another thing, by the way, who the hell needs to do check handoffs in person, right?
What are you doing?
I can Venmo anybody. I can mail a check. The only point of a personal handoff for a check, in my mind, is like mafiosa. It's just remember who took care of
That's
you.
right.
That's the only reason.
That's right. You look me in the eye, and I'll hand you this money, and you can see where this money's coming from. Man.
And then you're going to try to grab it, and I'm going to hold on to it dramatically too tight.
Right,
so we
yeah.
even have more eye contact.
Yeah, then we're going to get in a Michael Jackson beat it knife fight.
Yeah, and then it's like a little tug of war over this little piece of paper check.
I mean, if you think about it, that's why politicians have these fundraising parties. Because these lobbyists want FaceTime with them. I mean, if you really just thought somebody was doing a good job, you could mail them a check. It would be very simple. It would save you a lot of time.
Listen.
But the idea is to hand the check, make eye contact, let you know who gave it to you, and tell them what you're expecting. And then they'll all tell you that nobody ever expects anything.
Yeah, because politics is money. I mean, there's a story out today about McCarthy getting back at Matt Gaetz. That whole thing is still going on. And how they kneecap each other is they go to each other's donors. Like, they don't do anything to them personally. They take their money out from under them. And that's exactly what McCarthy is trying to do with Gaetz right now. He met with all the people who had supported him financially and is trying to get him basically defunded. Because without money, there is no politics for you if you're a politition. You have to have money.
It's the mother's milk.
It is.
In fact, Linda Stewart is actually termed out of the legislature. There's talk that she may try to go back to the county, which seems kind of mind-blowing at this point.
I wouldn't bother trying now, Linda.
But to your point, people were asking, why does she have a political committee? All of these people keep political committees for the reason you just mentioned. It's the mother's milk. You use it to give to other candidates, to ingratiate the other candidates to you. It is absolutely how a business is done, and it's pretty gross. And thank you, Citizens United.
Can I tell you, honestly, if you look, it looks like how the mob runs.
It is.
It is just basically you're greasing palms every 5 minutes to make sure that your interests are taken care of. It is literally street crime. It's exactly what it is. It is low budget street crime.
So, but
usually it's done where we can't see. What made it different this time is we got the text with the winky face emojis and the offer for the check drop off and the note that said, I'm delivering the language for the legislation. And it was all spelled out in black.
And Scott, if that's mother's milk, how do we, society, the citizens, how do we learn how to lactate? How do we also produce mother's milk?
No. You got to start a big company that needs a politician on its side because of maybe labor issues or tax issues or land issues, infrastructure issues. That's what you need.
And I agree, Scott. That was a weird milk metaphor. But
It was upsetting, especially on Valentine's Day. But this is why a lot of the real issues that we talk about don't get funded. Like, this is why we have a waiting list for 7 years for families with disabilities, because those families don't have a deep-pocketed lobby. They're not getting attention. They will never get the attention that Big Sugar, that insurance, that the rest of these industries get.
Scott, always good seeing you, man. Give it up good and loud for Mr. Scott Maxwell.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Wednesdays, Thursdays, Sundays, and every day on Twitter at Scott_Maxwell. Have a wonderful Valentine's. Tell your beautiful wife we said hi, and we'll see you next week.
Talk to you then.
You got it, buddy. All right, 407-916-1041. Your 5 o'clock keyword is credit, CREDIT. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Load them up for trivia. We have so much stuff. We'll tell you what that is next.
We have a prize. You have a phone. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO Moving.com.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Staples Stores.
As many as 10 people were hit by gunfire during the Chiefs Super Bowl parade in Kansas City today. There's no word yet of any arrests. The Magic will wrap up a back-to-back tonight when they host the Knicks. Orlando will try to rebound from Tuesday's loss to the Thunder. Spring is in the air for the Rays, who held their first workout for pitchers and catchers today. The full squad gets together Monday. I'm Seth Everett.
Now, during Staples Sit-a-thon, you can save up to $180 on select chairs, desk chairs, computer chairs, even gaming chairs. In-store only. Offer ends 3/2. See associates for details. Stop by Staples today and grab a seat.
Guys, here in Central Florida, it is important that your AC works perfectly every single time. That is why I gladly suggest a call to our friends over at Mills Air. They're awesome people, just absolutely wonderful. That's why you like doing business with them. Not only are they experts at what they do, not only are they Carrier factory authorized dealers, but they're awesome human beings. I've been doing this for 30 plus years. Let them take that information that they've gained over those years and apply it to your system. That preventive maintenance plan from these guys is an absolute must to make sure your AC never lets you down. And in Florida, you know as well as I do, last weekend it was 85 degrees, and today it's going to be 65. That is why you got to have AC that works every time. These techs know this stuff inside and out. You don't even have to know what kind of AC you have. But if you do need a new unit, they are Carrier factory authorized dealers that can get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and certainly turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call those guys today. It's 407-277-1159. Online, it's easy. MillsAir.com.
Come join the city of Mount Dora as we celebrate Scottish culture at the Mount Dora Scottish Highland Festival, taking place the weekend of February 16th through the 18th in downtown Mount Dora. Enjoy live music, Highland athletics, bagpipes, plus a special guest appearance by actor and comedian Jamie Kennedy, and much more. Tickets available at MountDoraScot.com. The Mount Dora Scottish Highland Festival, February 16th through the 18th. Sponsored by Guinness, Visit Lake, and the city of Mount Dora.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. And now, during our President's Day sale, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery when you add any base. Ends Monday. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Hey everyone, it's Joe Montana. Spreading the word about pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can be life-threatening. If you're 65 or older like me, you're at increased risk. So, what's the game plan? A strong defense. Pneumococcal pneumonia can strike at any time in any season, so you shouldn't wait to help protect yourself. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about vaccination today and learn more at knowpneumonia.com. That's KNOW pneumonia.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing and the movies.
Everything that we are doing is incredibly data-driven. We are getting signals in every single day about how specific audiences are performing. So although we're marketing at a very broad scale, and that does include specific local markets, that's really the beauty of iHeart's network. You're not serving the same message to a consumer in Nashville necessarily that you may be in New York. You have the ability to be very specific and very personalized, but at a tremendous scale.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local, every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations, like the Beatles Now and Then.
Come together, you say goodbye. It's been a hard day's night.
Just search Beatles and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft in 2023. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. Their U.S.-based restoration specialists are dedicated to helping solve identity theft issues And all plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which means if you lose money because of identity theft, LifeLock will reimburse you to the limits of your plan. Go to LifeLock.com and save up to 25% your first year with promo code CLAY.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You can watch radio being made on a daily basis at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
For Ross Padgett, number 1, tube socks are good for more than just covering your feet. Number 2, don't go into my nightstand if there might be a sock in there. And number 3, if I happen to walk in on you in the bathroom, instead of just backing out quietly, I will stare at you in awkward silence and make it as uncomfortable as humanly possible.
That's a callback.
Oh yeah.
Our listeners listen.
Yeah, they do.
do.
And unfortunately, they remember. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack is.
Hello.
And Ross has the sauce jar. Let's get it.
Oh, all aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Choo-choo.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
Oh, man. What the?
Man,
I
I
know,
don't know about
just
that.
ruin the flow.
Yeah,
Stop
what's
it.
that?
Get out
real
of here.
millennial of
Get
a
out of here.
clickety-clack.
Please stop.
I guess I'll clickety-clack. I have a beautiful pair of tickets to see Nate Bargatze at the Kia Center, February 17th. That is in a handful of days. One of the biggest, greatest, hottest comedians right now in the country, and he's in the sauce jar. Also in the sauce jar, I have 4 tickets to Spark STEM Fest at Orlando Science Center, President's Weekend, February 17th through the 19th. Guys, this event features hands-on experiences, speakers, panels, and other sessions, and a weekend of displays, shows, and so much more. It is an absolute blast. I also have a pair of ground passes for Friday, March 7th at the Arnold Palmer Invitational. API, baby. It's going down at Bay Hill. And that is your sauce jar, which is always brought to you by
Cento Family Moving and Storage. Got a move coming up? Call them. They can handle it. Doesn't matter if it's local, long distance, residential, or commercial, but it does matter if you mention the Jim Colbert Show, because that millennial's going to get you a discount. Book them today at centomoving.com. That's CENTO moving.com. Don't look at me with that tone of voice. Back to you.
Oh, God almighty. Russell goes first today, buddy.
Let's welcome Frank. I like this guy. I like how he said his name.
Let's go Frank here right there on line 2. Frank, how you doing, boss?
Hey, good. How are you guys?
Doing good, buddy. Would you like to play a little game with us?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Game show.
All right, Frank. Got a really easy game here for you. 1 question, 4 answers. One of them is untrue. If you could locate that lie that I'm telling you, I will send you over to the sauce jar for a multitude of wonderful entertainment options. Frank, are you ready?
Let's go. Let's go.
Here we go, buddy. On this day in 1919, the powerhouse delivery company UPS was formed in Seattle, Washington. Here are 3 fun facts about UPS and 1 overnight lie. Number 1, UPS trucks are brown to hide the mud and grime from the early dirt roads. Number 2, UPS employees were the first to wear shorts while on the job. Number 3, UPS drivers are trained to only take right-hand turns because waiting to turn left wastes time and fuel. Or lastly, up until 2020, UPS drivers were not allowed to have beards. Which of those is a lie?
Oh, man. I'm going to say the third one.
Nah, dude, that's absolutely true. UPS drivers will rarely turn right because if they
left.
they'll rarely turn left.
Yeah.
Because if they have to turn right, or if they have to turn left, they have to wait and then turn, and it wastes time and effort. They actually calculated how much fuel and time it saves the company over the year if you just avoid that one time, and it's a bananas number.
It really is.
That is absolutely true. Who's next, buddy?
Stan or Scott?
Which one do you want?
Stan.
Stan, then we'll go to Stan right there on line 3. Stan, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on, Mr. Jim?
All right, buddy. We're talking about UPS. Which one of these is untrue? Number one, UPS trucks are brown to hide the mud and grime from the early dirt roads. Number two, UPS employees were the very first to wear shorts while on the job. Or lastly, up until 2020, UPS drivers were not allowed to have beards.
I'm going to go with number two, sir.
Number two's the answer, buddy. You're a winner. Yeah, buddy, you found the line, no problem. Stan, go and enjoy yourself at one of those wonderful offerings we have up there. Nate Bargatze,
Spark STEM Fest.
Spark STEM
And
Fest,
API.
and of course the Arnold Palmer
API.
Invitational coming up in a couple weeks
Yeah,
as well.
that's kind of popular,
Yeah,
right?
it's very popular.
Yeah.
Especially Tiger playing this weekend at the Genesis.
yeah.
And he's won the Bay Hill tournament, I think, 6 or 7 or 8 times. It's so ridiculous how often he won it. I don't know if he's committed to this tournament. It'd be great. But he has a terrible habit of waiting to the very last minute to book. And he's done this for his entire career. So we won't know if he's playing or not yet. I don't know. A couple other things you may not know about UPS before we get over to the council, which is Ross Thoughts today. UPS was the very first company to offer same-day delivery.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
Really?
They were the very first company to do that.
I'm sure not a lot of people know that.
Yeah. UPS operates 123,000 vans, tractors, and cars, and 248 jet aircraft.
Damn.
Yeah. UPS
Learned
started.
that in Castaway.
UPS was started by 2 teenagers with a bicycle and a $100 loan from a friend.
No way.
Yeah, 2 teenagers, 1 bicycle, and $100, and they started a delivery service, and then turned that, of course, to one of the biggest companies in the U.S. And one of the best companies to work for in the U.S. too, by the way.
I've always enjoyed that it spells ups.
Yeah. And it didn't used to be called United Parcel Service. I thought it was called something Messenger Service, I believe, when it first started. Then they changed the name to UPS a few years later. And then lastly here, UPS's Circle of Honor awards drivers with a really, really sweet bomber jacket for what achievement?
10 years without an accident.
No.
20 years without an accident.
No.
You haven't missed a package delivery
No.
in 10 years.
No.
That's kind of the same thing as Jack said.
Jack's about to get really...
You're
15 years without an accident.
No.
Oh,
30.
driving without an accident. How about that one?
you go above and beyond when someone's package is lost.
That's a great guess, Deb, and yes, I'm sure that's in there as well. 25 years of service without an accident.
Oh, you should have just let him go a little bit longer.
He got it wrong. Give yourself a buzzer. Give yourself a buzzer. Matter of fact, give yourself 4 buzzers. And yeah. No accidents over 25 years, and you get a bomber jacket. You save them $400,000 in insurance fees, but you get a bomber jacket.
Always like bomber jackets.
Yeah, but you know the reason why is because they pay those guys quite well. You know what the average starting or the average salary for a UPS driver is right now?
Is it 6 figures?
No.
I'll go
70?
75.
$76,000 is the answer.
How much?
$76,000. No, I mean, look, no, be cool though, because they also have profit sharing and one of the best medical programs or healthcare programs, I believe, in all of corporate America. And when you look at UPS from the bottom up, it's, the people who run the company started on the docks because they only hire from within. So I worked for them for a very short period of time. It's as professional as you can be run. It's as mechanical as a company can be. And you look at how they micromanage. That's why one of the big joke is try to get a UPS driver into a conversation.
No.
You will not do it. He will literally will literally walk away from you because it's time is money. And as I'm doing trivia today, they talk about those things that they teach you. You actually have to go to class, like a college, to learn how to drive for UPS. That's what they say. It's like, like a program to learn how to save it. And every minute, this is how the drivers feel. Every minute that you can save delivering packages on the road is a minute you get to spend with your family in the evening.
Right.
Because you have to deliver those packages. There is no coming home without it.
Well, you learned that, it was kind of a joke when I mentioned Castaway, but when you saw him working that stopwatch,
at FedEx?
It's FedEx.
Yeah.
You realize that, man, everything from the planes to the cars to the trucks, it has to be so tight when it comes to time.
Very efficient. Thoughts?
Yeah, guys, we're going back. This is actually pretty cool because I always get emails like, hey, when you guys come together for a conversation and a disagreement, that really sways like the rest of the planet's opinion, and you guys should do that. You guys are so freaking influential. So we're going back to the council to really get to the bottom of some really hard everlasting disagreement.
And we'll find out what those are next.
Yes.
All right.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
Looking at a slow ride on I-4 this afternoon in the Orlando area, both east and westbound on the interstate through downtown Orlando and by the major attractions exits. Looking at a good ride for those who plan on taking the 408 or the Beach Line this afternoon. No major slowdowns to report for those traveling on Florida's Turnpike. If you run into traffic problems today, make sure you're calling the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Man, in just one visit, Life Imaging FLA showed its worth to me. 55, 56 years old, you can't shrug off those aching or lingering pains anymore. You got to make sure that you are cool inside. And my family has some known kidney and prostate issues, so I chose Life Imaging FLA. I really didn't even worry about my heart, and thank God, because my heart did turn out to be fine, but those kidney issues were there. The prostate issues were there. Some diverticulitis was there. And that's what Life Imaging FLA does better than anything, man. You find out those issues that you don't know exist. And those things can be ticking time bombs. But if you know early, it's so much easier to ensure that long, healthy life. And that is the peace of mind that I got for my scan at Life Imaging FLA. It's a free scan, by the way, just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And here's what I like about it the most. You don't have to do anything. And by the way, if you're claustrophobic, don't worry. You never go inside the thing. No dyes. You don't have to take off your clothes. This only takes a few minutes, like 8 minutes. While you're there, be sure to ask about their cancer screening as well. It couldn't be easier to book your appointment. Do this. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. Make that call today. Make 2024 the year that you take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Make your dream of a new Pavers driveway, pool deck, beautiful patio, and artificial turf a reality with Pavers Depot. Join us at the largest Pavers showroom in Central Florida. Over 400,000 square feet in stock, including Tamron brand pavers. Pavers Depot can get your job done in just 2 weeks with a free estimate on custom installation. Visit online at paversdepot.com or call 407-839-5900. 407-839-5900. paversdepot.com.
Committing to saving for 4 years of college can be stressful for families. Not to worry, Florida Prepaid has a plan for you. The reality is, most parents don't cover all of their child's college costs. A Florida Prepaid 1-year university plan lets you start small and add a year at a time as your budget allows. With the lowest prices in 10 years, plans now start at just $34 a month and are 100% risk-free, so you can never lose your investment. Plus, any amount you save today means less debt for them tomorrow. Florida Prepaid open enrollment is now. Find your plan today.
Add value and security to your property today by contacting Fence Outlet. Now offering customers 0 down and 0% financing for 12 months on any Fence product. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more details. Terms of financing apply. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando. Hey, are you planning to get an updated COVID-19 vaccine?
Yep. I don't want to get seriously sick and miss out on spending time with friends and family.
Does it cost a lot? I don't have insurance.
If you don't have health insurance, or if your insurance doesn't cover an updated COVID-19 vaccine, you can get one for free with the Bridge Access program. Just look for places that participate in Bridge Access on vaccines.gov.
Sounds good. Bridge Access on vaccines.gov.
A message from CDC.
Take your Valentine's experience to a whole new level this year with jewelry, flowers, candy, dinner, and a flyaway romantic getaway. All courtesy of International Diamond Center. Nothing says I love you like romantic jewelry from IDC. From a simple pendant to an exquisite designer ring, we've got a fantastic selection of affordable, timeless gifts. And this year, with any jewelry purchase at IDC of $129 or more, we're giving you some long stem roses, some delicious chocolates, and a gift card for dinner from Vito's or Fishbone. It's one-stop shopping for all things romantic. And if you really want to take it up a notch, we're also giving away island getaways. Just spend $5,000 on jewelry and you'll get a $500 airfare credit for a Caribbean vacation. Spend $10,000 on our jewelry and get 3 nights including airfare at a tropical resort. On us. Make this Valentine's one to remember. Let IDC help you with her jewelry, flowers, chocolates, dinner, and a romantic vacation. We've got it all. Happy Valentine's from International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. B-O-N-U-S. Bonus. That's bonus. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
You probably don't know this or care, but we have web goals. So go to JimColbertLive.com and look at stuff.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Your 6 o'clock keyword is bonus, B-O-N-U-S. Get over to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. It's the last one for us today. Bonus, B-O-N-U-S. Again, that is your 6 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win that money for sure. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
And Jack. Yo. And Ross has some thoughts. Let's get them.
It's weird. It's funny.
I would say
sometimes
more weird than funny.
It's Ross.
You gotta risk it.
Spelled like sauce.
Or the Triscuits.
It's Ross Thoughts.
Did you guys like Triscuits? I think they were a little too fiber forward.
Gotta have something on there. It's just like eating cardboard.
Yeah, Triscuits.
You love them?
Love them.
Oh, no. They definitely need like a topping, a spread or a cheese or something.
Yeah. It's just weird. They remind me of like whale teeth. You know what I'm talking about? They got little lines for whale teeth.
Yeah, I don't know.
Honestly, I just nailed that. You guys need to brush up on your whale teeth knowledge.
I'll brush my whale teeth.
Your whale teeth.
So, today we have to be very serious, unfortunately.
Do we really?
Yeah. I mean, there's always these bad things in the news. And, today we're going to have to break some more news.
Okay.
Before the start of the show, Jim, Jack, I asked you, what is the best Mexican entree of food? Jim, you said tacos.
Yes.
Jack, you said
quesadilla, buddy.
Oh, God.
And
tacos are easy. Have pedestrian. Come on.
Quesadillas for children.
And I said burrito. Now, before we put on our brown cloaks.
The most phallic of the choices.
Burrito?
Yeah. Getting a little diggy on it, dog.
Well, okay. Check this out.
Okay.
It's on a clapper.
Okay.
We have to get ready to climb up all the stairs to go to our council. We're on the top of Mount Doom.
Yeah, top floor. Yeah,
okay, so
got a little apartment up there. It's
and
nice.
then we will praise our goddess to see which way she chooses. Deb, if you may, it's on a clapper. Good evening, and welcome to the council. Today will be burrito versus taco versus quesadilla. I will open up the argument for burrito being the far superior entree and offering. First point, girth. It's thick. Real thick mama of an entree. It is filled with everything you could possibly imagine, sometimes even cheese toasted around it. It is the zenith of stoner food. For you do not need a fork, for you do not need a spoon, and it comes sometimes with a side of chips. What say you, Chip? Are you dipping the chip inside the burrito as if it was a bowl? Yes, you are. It goes both ways. It doesn't stop. Rice, beans, cheese, a protein, lettuce, hot sauce. Burrito is the best entree. What say you, Taco Man?
Burrito Man has lost his mind and apparently has some childhood issues he needs to deal with.
Well, what does that even mean? No.
The taco is the winner by far, and it's so easy to explain. Whereas one burrito has all the same food, 3 tacos can assume 3 different personalities. 1 of a chicken, 2 of a pig, and 3 of a cow.
He brings a valid point. If I put all 3 proteins, make it a trident burrito, it doesn't hit the same.
A cow. Therefore, you could take all 3 proteins and then dress them as you like, enhancing the flavor of each protein with different accompaniments.
But the mess, your taco squirts out from the back.
Hey, I'm sitting right here.
It does not, because I eat only corn tacos, like people who breathe through their nose, not cavemen who eat flour tacos.
Speaking of mouth breather, quesadilla.
Hey, wait a minute.
What say you defend your quesadilla?
Yes, what are you, 5?
First of all, my quesadilla is going up against Jim's inferior tacos with the corn taco.
The voice.
I cannot even understand what he's saying.
Do epic, do that.
You can't make me do it.
An epic British voice.
Voice.
Just lean into it. Be confident. You believe in yourself.
The quesadilla.
He sounds so stupid.
And we aren't even talking about the voice. Just your quesadilla entry.
Quesadilla.
Let me guess. Is it full of cheese?
It's full of the same crap you put in your Mexican meals.
It is not, because you don't eat that stuff. You are a liar.
It's the same as your taco, but this is in a more civilized form. On a plate, cut up in little triangles like little pizza slices. And you could add toppings on top of that, like guacamole.
You dip. You must. Do you not?
Sour
I
cream.
disagree with the dipping aspect.
Do
you can spread guacamole. You can, son. Now, if you do that, soft.
It's not a good move. It doesn't look good. Definitely a beta move in the quesadilla category.
And more cheese.
Yeah.
We plead our case to you.
I contend one last thing. The quesadilla is not a panty dropper.
It's not. And plenty of country folk throw a random R at the end of it. A quesadilla. No one likes when that happens. So we present you, goddess. What say you? Which entry do you take? Is it the burrito, the strong, girthy, very wide burrito? Or
He's
is
trying
it,
to make a point to your feminine side.
or
Point taken.
or is it the taco man? The man who knows that every time you bite, it explodes and drops on your pants while you're going 65.
Would you rather have a stain on your pants or being helicoptered by your food?
Or is it the quesadilla?
Little pizza, little pizza, little pizza.
My vote is in.
Oh, no, please. We're not worthy.
No, you are not with your quesadilla.
Oh, she never picks me.
Or you with your messy tacos. That means the winner is the burrito.
Oh, she's pro-girth. She loves.
We knew it the whole time.
She loves the burrito. I love when the burrito is so overflowing that sometimes you don't even take a bite of the tortilla and you just get all inside. And sometimes you have to suckle on the burrito so it doesn't lose its shape.
Maybe you can fill it with Viagra.
The burrito.
Put that in your taco.
The burrito is a superior product. You can put everything in there. You can put tacos.
We're tired of hearing your voice.
You could put tacos in a burrito. You could put a quesadilla in a burrito. And you can market that to young Gen Zers who just got into weed. And they'll buy it. I know I did. Are you kidding me? They just made a Crunchwrap Supreme.
Let's go!
I was like, I've never seen anything like this before. Same thing, just a hexagon. That's all I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is, those are your Ross thoughts. I'm out. Peace.
All right, 407-916-1041. We lost one guy. One guy said I had to turn it off, man. I couldn't do it.
It's out of
That's fine,
control.
buddy. As you can come back now. It's all safe. It's fine. All right, 407-916-1041. Credit, or excuse me, bonus is your 6 o'clock keyword, BONUS. Get over to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Let me see what we got here. Oh, I'll tell you about somebody named Esther Howland and why it's important you know her name. We'll do that next.
Okay.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio, at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Ken, and Mike. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Looking at a slow ride on I-4 this afternoon in the Orlando area, both east and westbound on the interstate through downtown Orlando and by the major attractions exits. Looking at a good ride for those who plan on taking the 408 or the Beach Line this afternoon. No major slowdowns to report for those traveling on Florida's Turnpike. If you run into traffic problems today, make sure you're calling the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Amtrak. Visit new and exciting places across the U.S. on Amtrak. It isn't just about the destination, it's about the journey. Without busy airports or cramped car rides, with no middle seats, extra legroom, and first-class private rooms. New adventures are just an Amtrak away. Book now at Amtrak.com.
With more and more people moving to Florida, that means more construction, more traffic, and more noise. Maybe you know the pleasure of hearing school buses and muscle cars rumble past your house at 6:30 in the morning. And let's be honest, who doesn't love a leaf blower waking you up on the weekends? If that sounds like you, then replace your old windows with the latest designs from Renewal by Andersen. Every window from Renewal by Andersen is built with their exclusive Fibrex material, which is 2 times stronger than vinyl and features the most energy-efficient glass they have ever offered. And at 4.5 inches thick, you can let the world go on with its business without interrupting your home, or better yet, your baby that you just got to sleep. Now through the month of February, buy 4 windows and/or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. Some restrictions apply. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Go to rbafla.com for complete details. License number CGC 1527613.
Come join the city of Mount Dora as we celebrate Scottish culture at the Mount Dora Scottish Highland Festival, taking place the weekend of February 16th through the 18th in downtown Mount Dora. Enjoy live music, Highland athletics, bagpipes, plus a special guest appearance by actor and comedian Jamie Kennedy, and much more. Tickets available at mountdorascot.com. The Mount Dora Scottish Highland Festival, February 16th through the 18th. Sponsored by Guinness, Visit Lake, and the city of Mount Dora.
Hey, are you planning to get an updated COVID-19 vaccine?
Yep. I don't want to get seriously sick and miss out on spending time with friends and family.
Does it cost a lot? I don't have insurance.
If you don't have health insurance, or if your insurance doesn't cover an updated COVID-19 vaccine, you can get one for free with the Bridge Access program. Just look for places that participate in Bridge Access on vaccines.gov.
Sounds good. Bridge Access on vaccines.gov.
A message from CDC.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire the largest injury firm in the world for your injury case? Lots of people hired us. We've collected over $15 billion and won a lot. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
What'd your mom pack you for lunch? Let's see, a turkey sandwich, chips, and
Oh, fresh from Florida strawberries.
I'll trade you for some string cheese.
Sure. Here's my sandwich and my chips.
No, I want the Florida strawberries.
Seriously? No way.
Can I throw in my juice box?
You can throw in your lunchbox. You're not getting my Florida strawberries.
Pack the snacks your kids want to eat. Look for the sunny, fresh from Florida logo where you shop.
How about my new sneakers?
Nope.
These earbuds?
Nope.
My backpack?
Nope.
Well, hello there. Join me at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino to celebrate a new era in gaming. With live craps, roulette, and sports betting now available to go along with the biggest selection of slots in South Florida. Plus, all your other favorite table games. Complement your night with my award-winning fine dining and casual fare options, lively bars and lounges. Or catch your favorite A-list entertainer at Hard Rock Live. Discover your rhythm today. Go to hardrockholly.com. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT. Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino.
Your neighborhood Tools Ace Hardware has everything you need to get ready for spring. Now through February 29th, get the best prices on made-for-Florida Sunnyland fertilizers, Miracle Grow soils, Roundup weed and grass killers, yard tools, and more. Cypress mulch is 4 for $10 all month long. And don't forget to bring in your Steel outdoor power equipment to one of Tools Ace Hardware's 10 service centers for a spring tune-up. Tools Ace Hardware has 12 convenient locations in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store delivery or pickup. And be sure to look for our brand new Tools Ace Hardware store coming to Hamlin soon.
Life is too short to let allergy and sinus issues hold you back. At Aspire Allergy and Sinus, we understand the impact these challenges can have on your life. Imagine a life free from constant sneezing, itchy eyes, and sinus headaches. Our expert team provides comprehensive allergy testing and personalized treatment plans, ensuring your specific needs are addressed. Simple relief, better life. At Aspire Allergy and Sinus, visit aspireallergy.com to schedule an appointment. aspireallergy.com and tackle your allergies head on.
Let me tell you a story. I had a client who got injured. He only asked for the insurance company to cover his rent for 3 months. They said no. We ended up getting him $325,000. Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys. Prospective client may not obtain same or similar results.
Monster Trucks at a circus-style kids zone with bounce houses, monster truck rides, and real fair food. All kids are free with a paid adult, and all advanced tickets get a free pit party pass at MonsterTrucksC.com. February 23rd, 24th, and 25th. New Smyrna Speedway.
Hello, this is Susie Essman and Jeff Garland.
I'm here.
And we are the hosts of the History of Curb Your Enthusiasm podcast. And we're going to be rewatching and talking about every single episode, and we're going to break it down. Oh, and we're going to be joined by special guests, including Larry David and Cheryl Hines, Richard Lewis, Bob Odenkirk, and so many more. And we're going to have clips, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. So listen to the History of Curb Your Enthusiasm on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Steve Kramer. Let me tell you a business secret. There are sketch companies out there selling awards. Make sure the awards earned by your lawyer are from respected organizations. At Trendley Kramer Law, our lawyers have been recognized by Orlando Magazine Best Lawyers, Florida Trend Legal Elite, Super Lawyers, and listed in U.S. News as a best law firm for years. We've earned the awards that can't be bought. Trendley Kramer, TK Law, OneFirmForLife.com.
That's right. He's back.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
You can once again listen to the Joe Rogan Experience podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
It's about transcending whatever you think you are and becoming something better. That's what it's about.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search the Joe Rogan Experience, and listen now. While you're there, check out the smartest and most listened to conspiracy podcast, Stuff They Don't Want You to Know. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
This hour of programming is brought to you by My Home Builders Network. Need a new roof? Then you need Mike and his team at HBNUSA.com.
Hey, so apparently Facebook is still a thing. Search gym members and join our group.
No, the burrito is the clear winner. It is literally the entire freaking food pyramid in a single handheld vessel.
All right, I mean, I can't deny that.
Yeah, when you put it like that.
But, but hold on, there's an argument there, and I'll make it in a second. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Bonus is your keyword. Just go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Remember, if you're playing the game, got to keep your phone on you, turn it up, turn it on, and pick it up.
Jack, that was very funny to me.
Well,
when you put it like that.
I mean, he made a legitimate point.
He did.
Oh, hold on. No. Let me turn that off.
And you could change your tire with a burrito.
Yeah.
At least it feels like that.
You can't do that. But here's why the burrito loses me.
It's an edible clue weapon.
Yeah, it's self-protection.
Once you're in it, you're in it.
Yeah.
Once you've made it, you've made it. So if you get halfway through a burrito and you're like, wow, this was good a minute ago, but now it's, I'm getting the same thing. With a taco, not only can you change the protein, you can change the carrier. You could do corn taco, you could do corn just charred, or you could do corn fried, hard taco, or you could do a flour taco, or you could even fry the flour taco and do like a chimichanga kind of thing. I get passionate about Mexican food. I'm so sorry.
What the?
That's the best curse we've ever had.
I'm mad at myself because I was making such a good point.
Yeah. And it just we had to delete it all.
With the tacos, you get. Oh, man. Son of a bitch. So bad at this. We should not be on there.
And then, wait a second.
No. Let me get my. I'm going to get through this entire thing. The tacos give you many more options. You can get crunchy, you can get hard, you can get soft, you can get flour, you can put the different proteins. When you eat a burrito, that's it. And when you fry a burrito, it becomes a chimichanga.
Yeah.
So you don't even have a burrito anymore. So you can never have a crispy burrito.
I mean, a chimichanga is a fried burrito.
Yeah, but it's not a fried burrito, is it? It's a chimichanga. It's a different machine.
But if you look up the definition,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
On.
It's a chimichanga. It is not a burrito anymore. It is a chimichanga. That is a different product.
It's a deep fried burrito.
It doesn't matter. It's a chimichanga. It's not a deep fried burrito because that's a chimichanga. There is no such thing as a deep fried burrito.
They just call it chimichanga.
It's a chimichanga.
Also, why would they call it chimichanga? What a fun word.
We can all agree that quesadillas suck.
No, we cannot.
We can. Jack, they serve those to children, buddy. That's why they're
quesadillas are good.
They're for kids. They're good for kids. It's a child
kids can
food.
have tacos too, and kids can have burritos.
But that's not the point. Kids, you wouldn't give your kid a taco at 6. He would be all over the place. You give him a quesadilla.
It is, even if you're 60. Tacos just go everywhere.
Then you don't know what you're doing. You eat it sideways.
And kids eat burritos.
Kids do not eat burritos.
That's why they call their burritos home wreckers.
They're too big. They can't eat them. That's why when you get a small burrito, it's called a taquito. It's not even a burrito anymore.
Whoa, you cannot call a small burrito a taquito.
Okay, I'll call it an egg roll then. Is that better?
It's closer, but a taquito, those are hollowed.
Yeah, they're open in. They're open in. So it's just rolled up and
that's
then
a Mexican
fried.
straw.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Look, I'm just telling you.
A quesadilla.
It sucks.
It's a meal. You have it on a plate. It's more of a dignified meal than the street food you're talking about.
Let me tell you the problem with both of your choices, by the way. You can't eat a taco with a fork. You got to pick it up and eat it. You can eat the other two with forks. That makes it un-American.
Oh, okay.
Wait, we're talking
Mexican food.
That's
so
exactly what I'm saying.
You're okay there.
And if you look at it, a quesadilla is a giant taco.
It's not a giant taco.
It
though.
is.
It's
you
not.
fold it over.
Yeah, it's a wrapped up taco. That's why it's called a burrito. If it was a taco, they'd call it, guess what? A taco. They got a name for that.
My head hurts.
Yeah, it head hurts because you know I'm right. It sucks. I know. I get it. I had a guy earlier say, oh, stop it.
Keep that handy, Jack, please.
Turn it off. Oh, I did the voice wrong. All right, 407-916-1041. Who do you think Esther Howland is? Esther Howland. Very important name.
I like that name, Esther, though.
Esther's a great name.
Esther.
Invented air conditioning.
No, she did not.
I believed in her.
She was the Martha Stewart of her day. What'd she invent?
Tax evasion.
Actually, she didn't invent this. Stop. That's super funny. Really nice.
Insider stock trading.
Friends with a rapper.
She did not invent this, but she popularized this in the U.S. and really was the groundbreaker for this.
Biscuits.
No, that's a good guess, though. That sounds like an Esther Howland product, does it not?
A prepackaged food product.
Vaporized milk.
I mean, it's apt.
With her name being Esther?
Yeah, no, for the day, it is.
Oh, the little Katie's that had a little message on him.
No. She was the person who...
I just sweated saying that.
She was the person who popularized Valentine's Day cards. So, and here's a really interesting thing. So she made these 175 years ago, right? She started doing this, right? She didn't invent it. She brought them to the United States and started it back in the 1800s, right? She was the first person that they know that used the idea of an assembly line years before Henry Ford did it.
Whoa.
Because what would happen is she would do these Valentine's Day cards. And back in the day, they didn't have the really fancy sayings. They would have something like that, like maybe I love you or whatever. But the big thing back in the day was it was layers of opening them up, almost like a prize. If you were continually, like every fold would be a real lacy,
like nesting dolls.
Yeah, exactly. Like a real fancy piece of paper. You'd open it up. There'd be a piece of lace. You'd fold that back one way, then another piece of lace, and then like another thing. And that was the big deal, is like these many layers of these cards. That took a lot of time to assemble.
Right.
So they would have, there's a photograph of it. They would have these tables, and these women would sit there, and each woman would have a job. You paste this piece of lace there, and you pass it on down the line. And that was the first indication of like an assembly line for a product, and it was way before Henry Ford did it with the car.
Oh, and her designs were beautiful too.
Yeah, they're really cool, right?
I remember finding out about the assembly line in elementary school, and it's amazing. It's very cool, and it's, American history. But I remember still at the time being like, so they just communicated and worked together? This is the big crossroad moment in American production.
Right,
is
exactly.
They just talked and planned and worked with each other.
It's a boom.
Yeah, I guess before that, none of us liked each other.
Right.
I don't know.
She graduated from Mount Holyoke in 1847.
Wow.
Is when she graduated, and then she started doing it. Here's the drawing of the line where they're doing it right there on the picture.
Wow, yeah.
And they're setting them all up. Pretty cool. It says the process was very efficient. They got assembly lines going, and they did very, very well for themselves. Like she did really, really well for herself.
She did.
Yeah. So if you're ever wondering where the popularity of the real big time Valentine's Day cards, it came from a woman named Esther Howland.
So now you know who to hate, guys.
She died in 1904 at 75 years old.
Wow.
So she was up there.
I got the phone call 2 breaks ago. I nailed Valentine's Day. I nailed it.
When you say you nailed it,
she called up crying.
It's hormones, but she's pregnant.
No, yeah, I need this. I need a dub now.
What'd you get her? Why do you need a dub? All you've done is dub.
No.
All you've done is dub.
What I get her? I got her. I think it was called like a kitchen sink plant or a dish garden, soap dish garden.
Do not know what that is.
Something, I don't know, but it was a stunning plant. I was about to buy her flowers. I walked into the florist, and then I saw this thing, and I was like, oh, flowers die. That won't. We can water that.
Yeah.
So I bought that, and then I also, right now, because of the whole pregnancy, she has been craving Mexican Coca-Colas.
Really? The really sugar ones?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Where do you get those?
A lot of places.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. A lot of gas stations, a lot of convenience stores.
A bodega.
Any bodega has them. So
in Mexico.
Yep, that's that one, but it's in a bottle.
Right.
It's the one in the bottle. So I got her that, and then I got her some treats. She's a big guava and cheese pastry kind of girl.
Very nice.
But like I said, man, I had her right where I wanted. She thought I may have forgot.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't forget.
All right.
So flowers, and then a well-timed, and don't forget to look in the fridge. Dunk on it. God, yeah.
Yeah, I am not having that kind of day because I just found out that my Valentine's Day gift did not get delivered.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
So
and even worse.
We got to make something right now.
They didn't do that 6-hour delivery.
I order flowers from the same people every single time because it's a local mom and pop shop up in Apopka, right? And that's where my wife works, in that area up there. And I always order from them. They have got my order history for the last 10 years of sending flowers to my wife. And what happens, and this just happened because I was going so fast. This is a couple days ago. When I logged on to what I thought the site was, and I hit enter, it took me to this delivery site that mimics the website.
Oh, no.
So when I called the florist to find out if the delivery was going to be there on time because I knew she was going to be leaving, they're like, well, that's not us. And I'm like, well, when you type in your name, it comes up as you. And she goes, I know. We've complained about it over and over and over, and nobody will do anything about it. Nobody will do anything about it. But what they do is they mimic it and make it close where you get a letter. And look, I don't think they're scamming. It's a legitimate company because they do deliver flowers. You can find them online, but they did not deliver. And there's no way to call them. their chat bot thing. It's completely shut down. It's all internet. There's no people behind it at all. No one to complain to. I just requested a return. I'm probably not going to hear from them, so I may have just gotten ripped off on Valentine's Day because I didn't double check my work.
That's why those
I hate
websites, it's so
I
important.
hate it so much, and I usually call them directly to make my order.
I don't like
usually,
that.
And I don't. And I just today I didn't have time, or yesterday I didn't have time, and I'm just like ripping through it. I've ordered online before. It's never a problem. They're complete professionals. They do such a great job. And she goes, "Oh, honey, that's not us." And I said, "Oh no." She goes, and she says, "Oh yeah, we've had this happen a number of times where people just got kind of sucked up in this and ordered flowers." And she didn't say if they didn't get delivered or whatever. If it was a scam, she just said that. It happened a number of times, and people called to wonder where their orders were. And she's like, look, and then they tell you on the website, hey, go find the filling florist and call them and find out what's going on. We don't do tracking. Guess what they don't give you? The filling florist's name.
Should have just,
Just be very, very careful. If you go to Avas Flowers, AVAS Flowers, be very careful when you order. Just giving you a heads up.
There is no better place, though, when I went up and picked this plant up when I thought I was buying flowers, a little plot twist. But what's the best place to be on Valentine's Day than people watching at a florist?
Oh, yeah, that's pretty darn good.
Oh, man.
I would say the card aisle at Walgreens is pretty darn good.
It's just like everyone is trying. Everyone is like, I'm doing my best, man.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make her
right.
Make her happy, man. Come on, Ron. Let's get it.
For you, Deb, I mean, is it the thought went in earlier, or is it what you got, or what is it? Because I mean, because it is a mystery, from person to person what they like for Valentine's Day. Some women don't really care about it that much, and then some women want to be like go all out.
For me, it's just a card. It doesn't really matter the time of day. You can always sniff out one of those gifts that was purchased on the way home.
Yeah.
Those you're just going to want to keep those in the car.
And they always usually have glitter. All the last minute decisions. Think about any romantic thing from 7-Eleven. Glitter.
I really don't try to get too. I'm low stress on this because again, Chris has a huge event coming up this weekend.
Man, you're very, 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 very forgiving because a lot of women would not care about their event. They would be like,
well,
look, man, you knew this was coming. One event is one event in a week.
Yeah, it doesn't move. And it's Valentine's Day.
You got to make this work. You are very, very forgiving because, I mean, you understanding that is very cool.
Yeah.
A lot of women would not get that. A lot of women would be like, I don't care if you're working tonight or not, buddy. It's Valentine's Day. You can make an exception for me.
Yeah.
Find a new woman.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm telling you, that's exactly how a lot of women are.
Because at the end of the day, I want him to come home to me and be happy about coming home to me. So that means not being a dick.
Yeah.
When there's days like this where, it's Valentine's Day, but
I have to tell you,
he's so busy.
That does suck. You actually bring up a very good point. It is an undue amount of stress, and I don't know if women out there listening understand what pressure men have to come through, and there isn't a reciprocal pressure, by the way. That's what makes it kind of a weird thing. There's not a reciprocal action for that.
Like, what are you going to do for your man?
Dudes aren't waiting around wondering how the wife is going to come through for them on Valentine's Day. What they're trying to do is just do the best they can so that when they give their wife their whatever the reward is or whatever the gift is, that it's enough, that it really hits that nerve,
But Ross just proved that the perfect Valentine's Day gift is what matters to her. He went in thinking he was going to spend $89 on flowers. Instead, he got...
I dropped $60 on a plant. You should see the pot.
I would imagine, but a plant, you know how your life loves plants?
Yeah.
The guava and cheese pastries, that spoke to her. When she opened that fridge and saw that plant, she knew you were thinking of her and only of her when you got those things.
The Coca-Cola.
And the Coca-Cola. It doesn't need to be expensive. It just needs to say
personal.
Her.
Yeah. It just needs to be a slight bit tailored. But I don't know. I don't think I would advise, unless it is an open communication. But even then, if me and my wife made a pact of like, all right, we're not doing anything for Valentine's Day, I just lied.
Yeah.
I'm going to do something. I'm not...
somebody's gonna break that rule.
Yeah, it's gonna bug me if I don't get you something. I'm trying to be the best husband and best partner, and let me pantomime, look at my watch. Yeah, that's what we're still supposed to do. Is get something, not even get something, but just effort with a little bit of thought.
It's like Jack's heart card, right? When he cuts out the heart and then writes a special message in there.
Nice.
Do you
words? I use all the words.
Do you use the cool like squiggly scissors?
Sometimes I have been known to do that.
How do you hide the light blue lines and the holes that are punched? How do you do that?
That's why I steal office supplies, Jim.
There you go. That's my boy.
Please tell me you used red paper, though.
Pink.
Pink. Oh, see?
Leftovers from when I used to manage Calico Jacks in the early 90s.
Nice.
It's all from jobs. Look, babe, I got you an RE20. I got you a microphone.
He's using paper that's 30 years old.
Also on the promo paper from CJ's. I love it. Honey, just ignore that little wing spot down at the bottom right-hand corner. That's just a memory we'll have together.
Oh, cool. Phillips file memorabilia.
Oh, yeah, right. Oh, a Face the File shirt. Oh, awesome.
Yeah, but it's Face the File 3.
Yeah. It's the hardest one to find. By the way, going back to that Esther Howland chick, if you're ever out garage selling or you're ever out like antiquing and you find a Valentine's Day card made by Esther Howland, Howland, buy it. They are incredibly collectible. Like bananas.
Oh, I would imagine.
Bananas collectible.
But they're works of art. They're really beautiful.
And for the chances for that lace to make it as far, she died in 2004. So, have it make it 120 or 30 years and still be in any shape at all would be a miracle.
I'm trying to, what would you, are you expecting anything for Valentine's Day?
No.
Yeah,
I do not care even the least bit. I really don't. If I get a kiss and a hug and
I feel like I already got my Valentine's Day gift.
Yeah, for sure.
She called me up crying, "I love you, babe. I love you, babe." I'm like, yes. So the first thing I said was thank you. I didn't say you're welcome. I said thank you for calling and expressing this, because I would have been pretty pissed if it was just not pissed, but I would have been like, if it was just a text. Thanks for the stuff.
Yeah.
No, I want to hear the tears. I want to hear you hopefully get touched.
Jack,
I needed that. I did not do well on Christmas.
Yeah, Jack, you're the only one that has kids still. Even you have Peanut, who is in her mid-20s.
Yeah,
but
just
then you
turned
have
25.
All right, and then how old is Jess?
Jess is the Peanut.
That's right.
Emma is 19.
She's 19. So do kids that age still do Valentine's Day stuff? Is that still a thing? Is that in culture today? Is that still a thing?
Not for us. Something my mom used to do, those conversation hearts, forever. She would have them for all of us every year up until she couldn't go to the store anymore. Horrible candy, but
Sweet
it's a
message.
staple. It's yeah. And so for my kids, for my daughter, I bought her some candy as well, so she'd have candy today.
Yeah.
So.
But I didn't know if the kids, because, man, I don't know about you guys. Ross, let me ask you. When you were in elementary school, do you remember trading Valentines in elementary school?
That.
Are you kidding me? Tara Mortensen?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude, I remember that.
I will tell you straight up. When I was in elementary school, like 4th, 5th grade, something like that, it was by far the biggest day of the year as a student.
Yeah.
It was because the school, unlike Christmas and stuff like that, they wouldn't get involved because it's more of a parental. But Valentine's Day, man, I remember my school went all out. They would
savage.
You had you made your own box.
Yep.
You had your little Valentine's box. You'd set it on your desk, and if somebody wanted to give you a Valentine, you'd put it in the box. You couldn't look until you got home to see who gave you a Valentine and what they wrote. But you get home, and my God, you'd pour over those things, just hoping the prettiest girl would give you something, and she didn't. She put a booger in
Dude, it actually...
Booger.
I think
Pretty booger.
I'm surprised that I know this. 3rd grade Valentine's Day.
Valen booger.
It broke up a friend of mine.
Really?
Yeah, me and Billy Trombone.
Oh, no.
Wow. What
Not
happened?
Billy.
We found out that we both had a crush on Allison Tenza.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Don't mind Allison.
I
Go
know.
on Facebook, see what she's
I
up to
probably
now.
shouldn't be first and last
And last naming all these
my bad.
people.
You should not be doing that.
I just remember, man, I had such a crush on Allison Tenza, and so did Billy. And then we were both walking up, and we're about to give our Valentines, and we both looked at each other like, no.
Somebody just texted in and said Allison is now a major drug addict because of that situation.
Well, then you should see what happened to Billy.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Hey, your keyword, by the way, is bonus. BONUS. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Hey, let's load them up for last call, guys. 407-916-1041. We have 4 lines open. Grab one now. Little call back, little joke. Make us laugh. It's your turn to do the show. 407-916-1041. Last call coming up in a second. What are you guys finding over there?
I just searched and found out that we have one mutual friend, me and Allison Tenza.
Oh, wow. Is it her?
No, it's me. I'm the mutual friend. Why would this guy just look up my elementary school crush?
Because you dropped her name.
Is it her?
Yeah.
It is her?
Yeah.
Where's she from? Where's she living?
She's a smoke show.
Okay.
Oh,
Jack,
really? Is
third
she
grade
really?
crush, bro. Third grade crush.
How do you spell that last name?
And now it's weird because now I'm being defensive. And she's definitely someone's.
Is it two L's?
No, one L.
No,
Okay.
all of this is bad. This is not. I'd think possibly even unethical. I don't know.
TEN or TIN?
Okay, we'll find out
All right,
after the break, during the break.
407-916-1041. Load them up for last call. 3 lines open. Grab one now, and we'll do that in a second.
Got something to say?
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Barney.
Call now. 407-916-1041. Last call. Sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword free hard scan.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, everyone. Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Noah Bergen here. Unfortunately, the weekend looks wet. Rain builds during the day Saturday. It might not even start till mid to late afternoon in some spots. So the morning might be dry in a lot of areas near Orlando. Rain Saturday night through Sunday. Rain probably doesn't taper off till late Sunday. So unfortunately, it does look more likely than not, given the current data, that the 500 will either be delayed to late in the evening or postponed to Monday.
This report is sponsored by Amtrak. Visit new and exciting places across the U.S. on Amtrak. It isn't just about the destination. It's about the journey. Without busy airports or cramped car rides. With no middle seats, extra legroom, and first-class private rooms. New adventures are just an Amtrak away. Book now at Amtrak.com.
Man, let's get you that bathroom that you've been dreaming about for so long. Do it with my friends over at Rebath in Mid-Florida. These guys are absolutely great. Their showroom is easy to find up in Altamont Springs, right across from Kobe. You can walk in and see a few models set up. Understand those models are just there to show you what the products look like, because every bathroom these guys build is a custom bathroom. And here's the great thing you need to know about these guys. If you've wondered if they have the integrity that you want, to hire them. Well, they do, and here's how I can prove that. You know the big box stores that deal with DIY stuff, the blue and the orange? Those guys use Rebath to install their bathrooms. If they can trust them, you can certainly trust them. And I'll tell you something else about this company. The guys who own this company is a father and son named Josh and Dave Dimbauer. Would not be unlikely for them to be on your job actually working. And the tenure of their employees is unheard of, 10, 15 years in the construction business. You just don't get that anymore. It's because they run a tight business. The Google reviews are bananas. If you want a great looking bathroom that you can rely on and will be gorgeous with products that you know, you got to get with my friends over at Rebath. Book your appointment today at rebathmidfla.com.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
You don't need a resolution to lose weight. You need a solution. And that's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has full-strength semaglutide in their newest medication called Revelex. It's specifically formulated to provide full-strength semaglutide in a daily tablet. With Revelex, you'll lose up to 15 pounds a month. And it's not a shot, so you can skip the weekly trips to a doctor's office. But here's the best part. Revelex costs about half of what you'll pay for other semaglutide medications like Ozempic. That's right, I said half the price. Plus, Red Mountain includes medically supervised meal plans and free lifetime maintenance to help you keep the weight off. So why go anywhere else? At Red Mountain, you get no shots, just results for half the price. Trust the leader in medical weight loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has helped millions of people lose weight safely, and they can help you too. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
In this week's Marketers Report, we hear about the importance of local radio from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight?
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow, guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Make your dream of a new Pavers driveway, pool deck, beautiful patio, and artificial turf a reality with Pavers Depot. Join us at the largest Pavers showroom in Central Florida. Over 400,000 square feet in stock, including Tamron brand pavers. Pavers Depot can get your job done in just 2 weeks with a free estimate on custom installation. Visit online at paversdepot.com or call 407-839-5900. 407-839-5900. paversdepot.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Radio. Real Radio. 104.1.
Want more from us? At The Jim Colbert Show on Instagram. Follow us.
It doesn't surprise me that Jack voted for the quesadilla. It's just a Mexican grilled cheese.
I didn't realize Jimmy was going to be splitting the last of his hairs, dying on the chimichangas, not a burrito hill.
It's not a burrito. I don't know how you can't get that. It's a chimichanga. It's a different product because it's fried.
That's like looking at you're looking at a man in a suit and going, "That's not a man. That's a businessman."
Not even close to the same.
It's completely different.
It's not even close to the same.
That is awesome.
It is not even close to the same.
It's a burrito. It's a burrito dressed different.
No, it's not. It's a burrito that has transformed itself. It's not just dressed differently. If it was dressed different, it would be wrapped in something else. But they didn't do that. They just fried it, which transformed the shell from soft into hard. It's a different product.
They wrapped it in something else.
No,
They wrapped it in the same thing.
No, it's the same thing, right? It's a burrito. They just deep fry. That's it. That's all it is.
So what happens if I accidentally drop my burrito in some oil?
Well, then
and I go, "Oh, get out of there!"
Yeah, you just
At what point does it turn into a chimichanga?
When it gets hard, when it's fried to a golden brown. If not, it's just a soggy, greasy burrito.
So what would happen if it was flash fried? A flash fried burrito.
That's basically what they do. They just fry it so that you get the crispy on the outside is all you're doing. You're not really heating the inside. That's already done.
Definitely burrito.
The breaking news, I guess, is 22 people were wounded by gunfire in Missouri today at the Kansas City Chiefs parade for the Super Bowl. 8 of those were children.
Oh.
8 of those are kids. So we'll probably get our first view of these shooters by. Have they already put it up on social by any chance?
Yeah. I saw footage of the attacker getting tackled.
Yeah, they said football fans there were the ones who took his ass to the ground.
Yeah, they got a whole picture of it right here, how they took him guy down. A guy who listens to the show all the time said, if you haven't seen that video yet, you got to check it out because those guys bum rushed that dude and take him out pretty quick. God only knows they probably saved so many lives because it was so crowded. All you have to do is shoot. That's it. You don't have to aim. It's just dense people everywhere. I mean, people... You get it. All right, 407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. We do have 2 lines open for last call if you'd like to grab one. Just 2. And your 6 o'clock keyword is bonus. You do have about 7 minutes or so to get over there and try to win that money. It's realradio.fm. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well.
I'm happy to be back. I know I took yesterday off. I did a comedy taping thing. And let me tell you, I love being the white token comedian on these urban shows.
Oh, yeah. You did Advertisements?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's James's thing, right?
Yeah. So I walked out there, my opening joke, and this is for a black television channel that keeps giving me gigs because I guess white boy can cut a rug. I don't know. But
Go ahead, little Dicky.
But my opening joke, Jim, was, "Hi, my name's Ross. I'm the one who survives at the end of the movie." and that got the joke. Yeah. I got the opening laugh. I was like, hell yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Just one of those lines open for last call. If you want to grab that one, fill it up. We'll have a full bank and ready to go here in just 1 second. Deb, who do we have to thank today?
Well, we want to thank the very sweet Cora Burcham with Save the Manatee Club for coming in and being our Animal House guest today. Also want to thank Orlando Sentinel columnist Scott Maxwell for lighting all of our hairs on fire.
Yeah.
And last but never least, Sam Bowen and Candace Rich for running our YouTube chat.
Also, thanks to Gail, who made us lovely little Rice Krispie treat Valentine's men.
We've got candies.
For all of us and for Scott Maxwell
Very
as
sweet.
well. And we have also candies were dropped off.
Thank you,
very
Gail.
nice. We had a question of the day, buddy?
We do, and we posted it on various social media platforms. Did you meet your partner on a dating app? The average comes in.
You said it was in the 20s earlier. I got to tell you, I think it's pretty close to that. I would have guessed maybe between 25 and 30% before this.
Yeah, a little less. We're going to go 20 because it's 16 in one place, 22
Got it,
and
yeah,
another 20. So about 20%.
Yeah, 1 out of 5. That's not. I mean,
Yeah.
that's still pretty high, though, right? I mean, that's a pretty good hit rate. 1 out of 5 people who are listening to the show found their mate with a dating app. That's pretty darn good.
Ask that question 10 years ago.
Yeah, right,
It's
exactly.
going to be a smaller number.
Tomorrow's question will be, did you meet your partner in a bar?
Right, exactly.
I like that.
Thoughts?
We already did that.
I mean,
but comedy.
stand-up, yeah.
My thoughts on comedy are...
Oh, yeah, no. Next weekend on the 22nd, I'm actually going to be at the Improv, at the Funny Bone. It's called the Funny Bone now, and it's Orlando's premier comedy club. I'll be opening up for my friend Simon Fraser, who is truly, out of all of my comedian friends, probably has the highest chance of really becoming someone here in the States. He's on a meteoric rise right now.
Very cool. All right, well, that's when again?
That's next Thursday.
Very cool. All right, let's get to last call here. Let's start with Uncle Tony. Uncle Tony, last call.
Hey, Jimmy, hot take. Enchilada is just a nice and slimy burrito. Am I right?
Soul Man, last call.
Yeah, it's a burrito. But did you guys know that until June of 2018, Saudi Arabia was considered the safest country in the world?
Was it really?
Yeah, until June of 2018. That's when they started letting women drive.
Oh man. Got him.
Oh, is he still talking?
Big T, last call.
Good after morning, Covert Crew. And Jack, I agree with you 100%. Ross's Crush, 10 out of 10 smoke show. And I guess I'm going to go take care of some wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude.
No big
So people are saying that girl's LinkedIn is just going to explode.
Spelled it correctly.
I'm so sorry. I didn't spell anything.
All right, Party Mom, take us home. Last call.
You got it, Ross. I'm switching it up after the breaking news, just so you're aware. So, hey, I got a fun fact.
Okay.
Spock actually had 3 ears, a left ear, a right ear, and a final front ear.
Oh, thanks, Party Mom. Appreciate that very much.
I've always known that Frontier was going to be stretched into front ear.
I'll be damned. You know, right here to Wikipedia, chimichanga is a deep fried burrito.
Oh my God.
Common in Tex-Mex and other southwestern U.S. cuisine.
Yeah, I don't even believe that chimichanga is a Mexican dish.
It is. It says it is.
That's
Common is
Southwest.
Tex-Mex.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not even.
Well, yeah, it would be America to be like, well, let's fry it.
Yeah.
Welcome to Texas. Let's just fry it.
That looks too good for you.
Yeah.
All right, big show coming up tomorrow. We'll do Danny Meyering, Colbert Court tomorrow, your calls, texts, and talkbacks. And we have an interview with a gentleman from STEMFest tomorrow, too, right?
Yeah, Jeff Sanford will be in, and he'll be telling us everything going on this weekend at the Orlando Science Center.
Plus 4 more opportunities for you to win $1,000 and a stacked sauce jar with Nate Bargatze tickets to go to the Arnold Palmer Invitational, and of course go to STEMFest as well. That's all coming up tomorrow right here on the Jim Colbert Show. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I am Jim. We follow the New Shucky. They follow the monsters in the morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Wednesday evening. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, and put some hump in your holiday.
Oh, yeah. In your bed tonight. What are you doing?
Hey, now.
I'm back.
Ooh, bounce, chicka, bounce.
Oh, shut up. A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Looking at a slow ride on I-4 this afternoon in the Orlando area, both east and westbound on the interstate through downtown Orlando and by the major attractions exits. Looking at a good ride for those who plan on taking the 408 or the Beach Line this afternoon. No major slowdowns to report for those traveling on Florida's Turnpike. If you run into traffic problems today,